straight couples kiss in public. I hate seeing them hold hands in the street. I hate that they're in every movie and advert and TV show on repeat. I hate watching them feed each other at restaurants, sitting on each other's laps when they have their own seats. I hate when he rubs her back under her top and helps get food out her teeth. I hate when she runs her hands through his hair as he gently rubs her sore feet. I hate when they just gyrate on one another and don't even try to be discreet. I hate when they just sit and stare at each other in silence when they both got mouths to speak. And I hate the cringe terms of endearment they tell each other when they meet that they desperately want the whole world to hear. But what I hate most, I hate that they can do all of this without any prejudice or fear. They don't have to check their surroundings beforehand to sense if any danger is near. They don't feel threatened for their life or have to think twice. And I reckon for once, you know what, that might be quite nice. To not have to whisper my affections. To not have to stifle my humanity. To not resist my emotions and hold back romantically. To not worry the sweetest moments could quickly turn savoury. To actually live in the moment and not have it taken away from me, and to not have it all be such an act of rebellion or bravery. Like, why does it have to be different for anyone other than a woman and a man? Why do we have to suffer for your need to fear what you refuse to understand? You keep us at arm's length, we both show love by holding hands. You badmouth us, but we both show passion with a kiss. You want us to get lost, but we all want someone to miss. You want us out of sight, but we both look at the same skies, stare at the same sunset and admire the same sunrise, let me guess. Your eyes water when you cry, because mine do too. I didn't choose you to love, and that's the biggest similarity between me and you. I just can't show it freely, and that's the one thing I hate about you. Why does the barber always swing my chair to face the window when an attractive girl walks by? I don't tell him I'd rather be looking at another guy because he's got scissors in his hands. And that poor girl knows she's getting stared at by another man who just wants to hold her hand and tell her his partner is another man. And why does that same girl start to panic? When she's crossing the road and looks behind to see me crossing at the same time, I swear I didn't mean to plan it. She crosses back as I accidentally do the same. I don't know what to say to her, this is no game, so I just shout that I'm gay and I'm not a threat, but she's heard that on before. So as she starts to run, her mind races with the men she's trying to forget, and I keep my feet firmly glued to the floor. And why does that same girl have to pretend I'm my boyfriend in public every time a guy keeps hassling her for attention? She's told him multiple times she's not interested. She grips my arm tighter and shows me more affection just to throw him off the scent. I hold her tight and conjure up a story of how long we've been together just in case he further questions what she meant. We hold hands and walk further away as he goes back to tell his group of friends that she's definitely frigid and I'm probably bent. And why does that same girl have to go out with their gay mates on play dates just so she can dance how she wants and knows her drink's safe? You can call it a stereotype. If the shoe fits, I'll wear it tight if it means she can have a good night and get home all right. Then I realise we're there for the same reason. We have a common enemy no matter the season that knows full well that we know. It puffs out its chest and throws intimidating stares everywhere that we go. It cordons off our lives and ring fences our homes. When we're in a world they created, there's no such thing as safe zones. If the streets are your playground, then you'll always feel at home. You can be blissfully unaware and always think you're playing fair. If you've never had to think twice about how dark it is, what route you take, whose hand you hold and what you wear, then why would you care about how others are feeling? It might not be all men, but it's still going to be a man, whatever you believe in.
When the week dies off, we will still be. Will you still be? Ain't playing no more pressing. Play on my shit, no love just because, say, that for your bit, feeling good, want my people to feel this, but they don't move in faith, God says, atheist, sliding on this bit, slide like cha-cha, right now I'm somewhat ducked off, aligning my chakras, I done met calm, but somebody better warn her, got Christmas Glocks and good women praying for my armor, I ain't worried out here big purring, my life make your vision blurry. Cast demons off in a hurry. of vice lurking. Cut the locks off, got the crossroads burning. Solitude helps to strengthen my discernment. Until you find your center, you ain't learned shit. You know your time more expensive than a Birkin. When the week dies off, we'll still be here. Will you still be here? Flashy type, fell in love with the milestone. Plenty shots called, got addicted to the dial tone. Trying to get ahead, something like honcho. Niggas got all the bread, then you find out the mind post. Spitting crazy, think I OD'd on lines hold. They'll think I'm the best if they listen with their eyes closed. But they like big behind hoes. Get it, get it, get it, big behind hoes. I'm fine though, really like right after the 9. Niggas inboxing ready to do anything for mine. Most never had a real one in their lives. Most never had a bitch high vibe.
For the team, took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free, free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity, I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I'm still live through technology. After the sun, then comes the rain. And after the storm, the sun will start shining. What sees of pain, and tears of pain, and tears of pain, and a dash of struggle. Just be patient. Your destiny will manifest. Yes, Bubzz in the city.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It's your dude, BubzDaGawd here with yet another live video for you all on today. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm learning something new with this camera, so the quality's gonna be different. Let me cut this music down some actually, because I'm looking at myself on the screen here. Yeah, we looking good. Okay, we clearing this bitch. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How does it sound? Does it sound okay? Am I kind of like my words not really syncing up with my lips? Because we just testing this out right now, so I'm just trying to get an idea how this gonna work. But who we got in the building? We got Parker Boy in the building. What's going on, pimpin'? What's going on, pimpin'? We got Parker Boy in the building. We got 7 people in the building. Shout out to all of y'all in the building tonight. As always, y'all, I don't ever plan on going live. I just go live when I feel compelled in my spirit. And tonight this morning, I feel compelled in my spirit, okay? Shout out to Amir Odom, okay? Amir Odom out there putting the content out. I mean, the level of consistency that this man has, no shade, is amazing. And I'm trying to build that up in myself. I got other things on the back end that I'm trying to work on, hence the quality of this video. Like, I'm working on some things. But shout out to you with the consistency. Like, you've been putting in the work, putting the videos out. And apparently, I guess the commentary that the queer community has been giving you you don't really like it, and that's understandable. But I mean, my perspective or my reasons for doing lives, giving commentary on your commentary, is to help you understand, because obviously you're the ignorant one. And it's scary because you're the one that has almost 1 million subscribers, so that means that there are a bunch of people who are subscribed to you who are also ignorant. No shade, also ignorant. So we're gonna do some fact checking tonight. We're gonna do some commentary work tonight. And again, Amir, I don't hate you. You probably don't even know who the hell I am. No shade, but if you happen to watch my content, I don't hate you. I don't think that you're a bad person. I don't know you personally to judge you on that. The Amir Odom that I am critiquing or giving my commentary on is the public Amir Odom, the PragerU Amir Odom, the Fox News Amir Odom, okay? The conservative, middle, right-leaning Amir Odom, okay? But before we get into that, you know, we gotta be smart over here. I said we gotta do it, girl. I stutter, y'all. No shade. That's one of my isms. That's one of my quirks. I'm gonna stutter. That's one thing about BubzDaGawd. My tongue gonna do some other shit sometimes. And depending on who you is, that could be a good thing as well. But anyway, boom. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use. Tips to balance in favor of fair use. All the videos, songs, images, and graphics used in this here live belong to their respective owners, and BubzDaGawd does not claim any right over them. Okay, we're here to give commentary. Let me get a sip of water. Hold on, y'all. Woo, thank you, Lord, for water. But yeah, we're gonna get into it, y'all. And what's going on, L Teddy? We got L Teddy in the building. Make sure y'all go over to L Teddy and subscribe to him as well. No shade, does political commentary. Check it out, okay? Check it out. No shade. But we're going to go ahead and get into the video. And the video that we're going to be discussing on this morning is a video that Amir recently put out yesterday. Now, normally I'll wait a few days, but it's like pimping. Where we are in this social climate right now, and the type of commentary that you've been putting out, yeah, it's very, very, very problematic. Very problematic. There is no balance. There is no accountability. And I get it. You feel the same way about the LGBT side. Well, there are individuals like myself who educate myself about the queer community. I don't know everything, nor do I claim to know everything, but I know a lot. And I know when people are spreading mis and disinformation. And it's easy for you to control the narrative on your platform. It's easy for you to control the narrative when you are in your space. But is your perspective, your facts, and all that other type of stuff, is that objectively true when you meet with other people? And as we saw with your debate with Mason, you don't know what you're talking about. But I mean, if I was probably getting paid as much money as Amir Odom is by ignorant ass people, I mean, I might not want to change up my shit too, because you know, I'm getting paid. But for those of us who are not getting paid for this, at least not, you know, monetarily, we're getting paid as far as community is concerned. We're getting paid as far as opportunities and experiences is concerned. And no shade. If it's one thing, even though I put up two, but if it's one thing, okay, that a person is going to always remember about you, they're going to always remember how you made them feel. Okay? And your commentary does not make people feel good. It incites fear. It stokes the flames of fear of already fear-based people, already jittery people, already anxious people. And again, I know that you mean well. I know that you have good intentions, but good intentions without direction, context, and nuance is destructive, which then leads or paves the pathway to hell, even though you didn't intend it to go there. But you do support a party that does believe in hell, so girl, we're going to go ahead and go with that. No shade, okay? Anyway, let me shut the hell up. We're going to get into the video. Let me go ahead and change the background music to something a little bit more pimpish. Hey, Me and Mrs. Jones got a thing going on. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. This is Amir Odom's Normal Gays on the Rise, girl. It's the normal gays, not these freaky deaky, blue-haired, purple-haired, Sims 4 playing, cosplay, live action role playing, running down the hallway at lunchtime when we was in high school, girl, like Naruto characters and shit, and motherfucking Jujutsu Kaisen characters and shit, and Ninja Gaiden characters and shit. Not them. Us, the regular gays. And we're gonna see how much of a regular gay Amir Odom really is. Let's shut up and let's get in.
Normal gays is on the rise, and it's honestly refreshing to see. The type of gay that's low-key, minds their business, just existing as a regular person in society. Because for the longest time, being gay meant that you were loud, dramatic, very feminine, but that's not the case anymore, and that's exactly what we'll be talking about in this video. And let this be a reminder, gay, straight, doesn't matter, that you're not alone for thinking the way that you do. So if you like this kind of raw, real, honest, transparent type of commentary, be sure to subscribe, and let's dive right in this video.
I'm gonna be pausing, because I got to transform it in nature. No shade. Again, Amir be speaking as if though he know exactly what the hell is going on and has all the scoop, all the tea, all the information, all the knowledge, all the wherewithal in the world, all of the grace, all of the mercy, all of the context, all of the nuance. He understands it. But yet has not shown us what that actually looks like. Which is why going forward, when I pause, I'm going to be stating, no shade, Amir Odom pimping, I'm gonna need for you to like show us what a normal gay looks like. In everyday application, not just on YouTube. We need a day in the life, a week in the life of Amir Odom. We can start off with a day, but we need some sort of in the life of Amir Odom, the regular gay, because at this point, what I'm also realizing is that I'm getting sick and tired of people giving commentary about things, but yet they're not trying to offer any sort of solution. Like, don't y'all hate somebody who always got something to say, but they're not trying to offer no solution to the problem? They're not saying, hey, I have resources, I know people, I have connections, let me help you, so that I can spend the rest of my time saying that if it had not been for me, this person will not be where they're at. Do you see how you can help somebody and still get something in return, knowing that if it was not for you, that person would not be where they're at? So with that being said, Amir Odom is going to talk about pride. He's been talking about pride, about the children, all these things. And again, he said a few years ago that him and a few of his other people, compadres, fellow LGBs, who was not down with the TQIs and all the other type of shit, that they were going to create what is known as a real, authentic, family-friendly, an LGBT approved version of pride that even Republicans can get behind and say, you know what? I like this. Like, I like this. I don't feel like the children are being indoctrinated. I feel like we're learning something about the experience here. I don't see anyone walking around in scantily clad girl clothes. Hope I said it right. And all this other type of stuff. This is perfect. I will preach about this in my church. To let the gay people know, hey, you can come to my church. And you know what? Even when you come to my church, I'll come to your pride events because now they've been Republican approved. When the Republican Party at large already has explained that not only do they believe that there are only two genders, but that marriage is between a man and a woman. And Amir is going to try to give Trump some slack in that department. Again, you will all see this. And the reason why, again, I keep doing my commentary is because y'all keep creating content that literally speaks against what it is that y'all say that y'all trying to accomplish here. Because if you're really trying to help the queer community to become better, then the majority of your support base should be queer people, because you're bringing them forth into a greater inner over, under, and inner and understanding, right? An inner over an understanding of everything, the totality of it, right? So things should be good. I should be subscribed to you. Parker Boy should be subscribed to you. L Teddy should be subscribed to you. Conscious TV, all other queer content creators should be subscribed to Amir Odom, because Amir Odom somehow understands something that the other queer people do not. And all I'm saying is that I'm going to need more than just videos of you reacting to TikToks. I'm going to need for you to show us in application what the hell this actually looks like. You got to show us that. You're the one that's a public figure. You're the one who has the awareness. You're the one that has the resources. You're the one that has the connections. And even when you did go into queer spaces to have conversations with queer people, despite you thinking that you was going to get dropped, or dog walk, or monkey stumped, or mud hole stumped, you went inside, again, the most craziest, insane, out of control pride event, and you left alive, you left unscathed, and it seemed like the people that you were talking to were regular queer people. This is your first time hearing of Amir Odom? Well, over here it won't be your last. Because you know what's funny? Side note, and again, y'all know how I get down on BubzDaGawd, baby. It is what it is. Maybe when this live come, I'll split it up and just put the sections together. I don't know. We'll see. I ain't getting paid for this, so we gonna see. But it's funny. Other platforms were stating that BubzDaGawd just kept doing commentary on heterosexual people. It's always just heterosexual people. It's always just heterosexual people. Heterosexual people are going to be the big major part of the problem, because the homophobia exists because of y'all. But there are also queer people as well who have subscribed to the self-loathing aspect of who they are. And Amir's going to speak to that. But now we're doing some in-house work. Now I'm keeping it in-house. We already started with the DL Whisperer. We got Amir Odom. And there are plenty of others, but now we're doing in-house commentary. We got the Objectivist podcast in the building. What's going on, Pimpin'? What do you think about the quality? I'm putting this contraptment I have here to work. I was like, let me try something differently. Normally I use my cell phone as a webcam, but this is actually working, and I like the quality of it. And it's pretty cool. So, but yes, let's continue further with the live. And again, Boss Man, share your thoughts. Again, Boss Man is the heterosexual man. Yes, I'm gonna say heterosexual girl because it matters. Heterosexual man, girl, who is going to hold this leprechaun bundle of sticks accountable objectively. So shout out to Big Bro, because he is a year older than me. Let's continue.
A lot of people don't understand the difference between normal gay and the LGBT.
There's
normal
a difference.
Gay people are typically conservatives and typically don't want the government involved in their sex lives.
On that note, I feel like that's the most common reason why a lot of the normal gays end up being more on the center right side of the aisle, because they just want to be left alone. They want smaller government. They want the government out of their business, out of their lives, and to keep it pushing. That's all that I feel like a conservative gay really wants, is just not a lot of government and to be left alone.
Like that, their whole
Not a lot of government and to be left alone. And yet, this administration is up in everybody's business and don't even know the flavor of the motherfucking Kool-Aid. What is ICE doing? We're talking about the government here. Yes, we're talking about LGBT shit, but we're also talking about the government. The government is doing illegal-ish. Has Ground News been keeping up with that? And again, they're starting with the TQI plus because they're the new kids, quote unquote, new kids on the block. And because a lot of people are not informed about the basic human decency of life regarding TQI people, they are slim pickings. And guess what? The government is all up and through their business. Have we not read about certain states requiring trans people to revise their licenses to reflect their gender at birth and not the social construct that they have manifested? And then they're being told that it's okay, just go forth, just go ahead and do that, and you'll be all right. There's nothing to worry about. But again, when we look historically at what has happened to these people, has it always been a good thing? And if so, I'm gonna need for y'all to prove to me where the good part came for the TQI. What it seems like is that, again, LGBT people who get older realize that the world around them is not really going to quote unquote change for real, because this is just how it is, to where again, we're having the same conversations that people had when I was a child and vice versa. So I need for Amir to explain to me, how's the Republican Party gonna stay out of queer business? Now again, shout out to Boss Man, because Boss Man is an individual that breaks down all type of bills and stuff like that. That's just one of his knacks. He's just very good at it. And I've even talked to him about certain things. And he's been telling me, as of right now, they ain't thinking about the gay-ish. But again, queer people, quote unquote, oppressed groups of people, the scarlet letter sin people, are always the contingency plan, are always the collateral damage that we can throw out. And we see this all the time. This is not anything new. And it seems like what Amir and some of these other LGBT people are doing is that they're just stating, hey, we're not those people. We're just regular gays. Even though at the end of the day, there is no such thing to these people as a regular gay. You're still gay. It's just that you're a more tolerable gay. You're a more diluted gay. Because we talk about regular gay, and I'm going to show a video clip of Amir doing some shit that is not a regular gay thing, that if he was to do this around the bros, around the homies, if he was to do this around the motherfucking cis hetero niggas in a cis hetero nigga space, and they played a certain type of song and the way this nigga gonna move, wish no shade, I'm about to say some real patriarchal sexist shit right here, girl. It was kind of hot, because I already told you, Amir Odom is not unattractive by far. That nigga is fine. I ain't no hating ass nigga. That nigga is fine. Okay? And he got a little lisp too, which is cute. Okay? I like me studious looking, slightly dorkish ass niggas. They just, it's something cute about them. It's just, I love the innocence about a girl. But this one is out of control. But anyway, we're gonna see that video in a few about him doing some shit that's considered not normal gay-ish. We already saw the video of him dancing around the white people off beat, I guess, to fit in, girl, and almost blew his damn kneecap apart when he tried to do a death drop. It was death dropping like some of the foopalicious niggas, girl, over there on certain platforms. Anyway, let's continue.
Identity. As a matter of fact, when you speak with them, you probably wouldn't even know. And that's just because there are so many things that make up a human being that is not just their sexuality.
Exactly. Being gay is like, the only thing that's gay about me is what I do behind a closed door. Obviously, you can throw some characteristics on me. I love Beyonce. I have a list. My hands be flying everywhere. But for the most part, I'm just a regular dude minding his business, living his life as an entrepreneur, and I have a husband, and we have a dog, and we be chilling. That's it. And just because I'm gay doesn't mean I have to be locked into the ideological box and be a characteristic of what a gay person is supposed to be, whether that be loud, feminine, dramatic, over the top, the list goes on. My sexuality does not and should not define my entire worldview. I do. Like Amir, my personality, my name, that's what defines it. Being gay is merely just a part of me, but it's not my entire existence. And in large part, there was a big chunk of gays out there, and they still are, that make them, like, they're gay, but then are also part of the LGBTQ community, and they're making it that whole identity. And I think that's why it was so important how she pointed out that being gay and then being part of the LGBTQ community are quite literally different. You can be just gay and not exist and relate with this LGBTQ mafia that exists out there, and you don't have to be a part of that. That's why I don't even want to say like this trend of normal gays, but this rise of just the everyday gay person making themselves be known that they're not a part of this giant community. It's important to highlight and really show, because there's a lot of gay people out there, and especially me, when I first came out the closet, I flew out the closet because I felt like I was expected to be a caricature of what gay was supposed to be. I thought since I was gay, I have to be this poster child of what I'm seeing in the media, and that's not the case. You can just be you. It's okay. It's like normal gays are just gay. Like the only thing gay about them is what they do behind a closed door, but they're regular dudes, regular women, whatever it may be. And then the LGBTQ community, that's a whole another umbrella. It's never ending. All the colors, all the theatrics, all the clubs. It's just, it gets to a point where it does start to be extra. I feel like everything always.
Now, before you continue, let's clock a little bit. Amir, I would love to be in a space and in a place where being gay, it just don't fucking matter. I would love to get to a place where it's two niggas walking hands down the street. Walking hands down the street, girl. Two niggas walking down the street holding hands, girl. And nobody's saying nothing, girl. Or if they saying something, girl, it's like some slick shit can't nobody hear. Man, look at them two faces. You see them two bundles of stick niggas? You see them over there, man? Man, don't look though. We ain't trying to start no shit, girl. But do you see them? Damn. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. I would love to live in a world where two men or two women can just kiss their partner in public without it being a spectacle or a scene. I would love for queer people to be able to go into church, and just like how when the pastor starts talking about how much he loves his wife, or the wife start honoring his pastor, like Karen Clark Sheard does for Bishop Drew Sheard, I think Senior, if I'm not mistaken. Don't worry, honey, I'll take care of you later. I'ma wash more than just his back, mother. That's all right. In church. Don't you think the queer person should be able to have the right to be able to put their arm around their partner and say, yeah, babe, I love you in Jesus' name, girl? No. And then on top of that, Amir, does your subscriber base, does your viewership, does your supporters know that in reference to queer people, that they are more than just their sexuality? Because allegedly you claim that the only thing that makes you gay is what you do behind closed doors, correct? Okay, so if that is in fact and indeed the case, then I need to know if the people that you support understand that. Because for some people, if you're a man and your booty don't smell a little dookie-ish, then you're gay. If you clean your nails, you're gay. If you talk with your hands, you're gay. If you take care of yourself, you're gay. If you smell too good, you're gay. If your voice is too high, you're gay. I mean, hell, Amir, when you were younger, you thought that you was a damn girl because everybody was asking you, are you a girl? And let's talk about the childhood aspect. Have we forgotten that when you had your unaliving attempt, which, no shade, I am grateful that you are still here. Despite our difference in perspectives on things, again, I don't hate you. I want you to live your best life. I would like for you to do that without throwing queer people under the bus. But anyway, live your best life. But when you were younger, you went through some things in your life that drove you to harm yourself and to want to take yourself out of here. So when you finally had the opportunity and the experience that a lot of other queer people did not have, which is being able to move from one place to another place and literally start off and become somebody else, Have you ever seen this movie called The New Guy, where it was this dorky white dude at this one school who was just nerdy and geeky and made fun of, and the one librarian lady broke his dick off or in half or to the side, like he could pee around the corner in front of the students? Then he ended up being transferred to another school, lied about being in prison, and came as this tough guy that took over the damn school, and he was just really being the person that was inside of him the entire time. He just didn't believe it because he was a dweeb, he was a dork. You went to a new school, and then now all of a sudden, you're getting to walk in your truth. So yes, you flew out the motherfucking door. We saw the glittery shit. We saw the low-key twink lifestyle that you were living before you became Amir, aka Muscle Daddy Amir. Shout out to, I'm sorry that word Muscle Daddy. But the person who's watching, you know what I'm talking about. But now you went through that. You had your phase where you almost lost your damn life. So yes, if you have the opportunity to walk in your damn truth and to be free, you're going to be free. Just like how there are people who are pastors' kids or those who grew up having a leash around them for so fucking long. And then when they finally have the opportunity to be free, they just go out and quote unquote be wild. That's kind of like, in a sense, what you did. And I'm grateful that you only had one homophobic experience with somebody throwing a milk carton at you and calling you the F word. So many of us have had more horrific experiences. And hell, there are people who are not even gay, who just happen to be quote unquote men who don't fit the standard that society calls for, asks for, or has a prerequisite for, who also suffer from that as well. So again, Amir, I'm going to need for you to prove to us how your perspective is more beneficial. Now, Boss Man said something really, really dope in one of our conversations, no shade, shout out to Boss Man, where he stated that, no shade, there needs to be some sort of gatekeeping in the queer community because it seems like there are too many acronyms being added. And no shade, I'm not part of the board, I'm a card carrying member, but I don't get discounts and I don't get Gays Are Us monthly or whatever. But I need to do more research on who created this stuff, who's content as far as the acronyms and all these other type of things. But the way that I am choosing to look at it is that at the end of the day, we don't own reality. There is so much about life that we don't know, and we are in the information age. And I'm so sorry that for a lot of y'all, it's an information overload, but I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. If y'all want hooked on phonics shit, then go find somebody who will give you hooked on phonics shit. The question is, as the person who is utilizing hooked on phonics, are you ready to be hooked on the fucking phonics? Because y'all trip out at trans people and non-binary, non-gender conforming people. Okay? Y'all trip out when they use they and them. I literally listen to, again, shout out to, what's his name? Not Jovan, because that's not how he really say it. Jovan? I'm just going to say Jovan. Charts in my head, not my heart. This nigga literally talks to people every single day. And one of the first questions that he asks, the prerequisite that he asks is, what is your name? What is your age? And what is your pronouns? There are so many motherfuckers who get tripped up. Oh, my name's John, I'm 34, and I don't do pronouns. So how do other people also refer to you when you're not around? Are your pronouns he, she, they, or them? Is your pronouns he, she, they, or them? And these people would flip out, and it's basic grammar. And I'm sorry, shade but no shade. My ancestors died trying to learn how to educate themselves in this system. So one thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I fulfill what they were trying to manifest in that time now, because we're in the information age. We are in a place where our ancestors never had an opportunity to be in, and we have it right here in our hands. And you're watching me on a supercomputer right now, whether it's your phone, or whether it's a laptop, or whether it's a smart TV, something that is electronic. You are watching me on it right now. So obviously, we are in a better space, and we still playing these whole stroll games. And the fact that Amir and people like Amir are making big, buku amounts of money off of people's fear and ignorance. And again, we're seeing a lot of these Republican center right-leaning individuals, more so right individuals, falling from grace. Candace Owens is about to be looking like Cynthia from fucking Rugrats. About to be looking like an old, used up nut sock of a 15-year-old male girl, with how so much of her shit is being snatched back to where some white woman who look like she changes faces every damn day, or like that damn witch from that movie with the witches when they take the shit off and shit. Big old thumbprint iPhone 8 unlocking ass face, turned around and called her a black ghetto nappy-headed bitch. And how other black Republican conservative people are falling from grace. Hell, I think it was an individual that was on goddamn Jubilee with Amanda Seals, and she read him so bad, now he arguing white people about black shit. And goddamn it, I'm just gonna show this because I have a girl. No shade, I'm just gonna show it.
Y'all tell anybody I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Peanut butter and crap thing. Look out, crack! Here I come!
Now, first of all, if your dookie looking like that, you need to go seek medical services immediately. I just wanted to show that real quick, girl, because I just felt it in my damn spirit, and I was going through his Instagram, girl, because I was looking for this other video I'm going to show y'all that no shade is hot. But anyway, let's get back to the damn video.
Especially being like a gay dude, I feel like everything's constantly changing when it comes to this damn community. Every other week, there's new labels, new rules, new letters, new acronyms, the whole nine. And if you don't keep up with it, if you call it out, if you don't agree with it, you're the problem. It's exhausting. And that's not even coming from a place of hate, it's just coming from a place of irritation. Like, can anything stay the same for at least 5 minutes, please? And hell, I'm sure you probably feel this way too.
Hold on. Before I get to the boss man's comment, hold on. You are the same person. You talking about, can we just keep things the same for 5 minutes? Can we just have some sense of normalcy? Can we please just make sure that we're just taking the time to breathe and stuff? Okay, but you were also the same person who, when you were having that debate with Mason, you were saying that for people who are trans, who believe they're trans, and you talk in defense of detransitioners, that, hey, you can change. I'm not the same person I was 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. I'm not the same person I was last night. I was not the same person. People fucking change in life. It just is what it is. The problem and the issue is that we're dealing with a dumb, stupid, ignorant, dense-ass society who is so ignorant to actually just sit there for fucking 2 minutes and ask Google, hey Google, how do you define this? What did this fucking mean? Instead of doing that, studying to show thyself approved for something so fucking simple. I mean, hell, I can look up what the hell this all means if I wanted to, but I encourage people to do it. But that's too much to ask for. That's too much to deal with. Now when it's trans people and queer people, intersex people, now all of a sudden Chinese arithmetic has been added into the chat. Now all of a sudden fucking astronaut shit has been, NASA type shit, girl. Now it's, girl. Y'all can't even grasp basic English. I know I be stuttering, but y'all can't even grasp. I might stutter it, but girl, I can grasp basic English. Y'all not even smarter than a fucking 5th grader, but yet y'all. The problem and the issue is that the community, as far as Americans, are so fucking lazy that instead of doing their work, which is just a few minutes, girl, to educate themselves, they might as well just lump all this shit together. So when you ask where all these fucking acronyms come from, as a queer person inside the community, I don't motherfucking know. It seemed like, girl, if it ain't heterosexual, it just gets lumped up in there. And at this damn point, I think we need to just shut the fuck up and just include the goddamn S for straight so that we can finally all come together. Welcome to the club, bitch. Y'all already feel like bundles of sticks now. Or shall I say, y'all recently felt like bundles of sticks. Yeah, now y'all having a mirror experience of what the hell queer people have been through. And instead of you doing your work to say, damn, is that how I was looking? Damn, is that how I was acting? Damn, that's how much crimson fluid I have on my hands? Damn, that's how much damage I caused? Wow, let me hold myself accountable. Let me check me. But no, this is vengeance time. And at the end of the day, Amir, as much as you believe that you are a quote-unquote free, black, same-gender-loving man in this system still sees you as a same-gender-loving black man who is not free. I mean, hell, you're sitting here caping for the other side who historically and currently do not care about black lives. I mean, hell, even the respectable Negroes were still Negroes. They were just Negroes you didn't have to tell them where to go. They just knew. They ain't had to wait for you to say jump. They already knew how high your ass wanted them. Do you get what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong, correct me. Don't just watch me. Don't just look at me. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Correct me. H is you talking about heterosexuality? Is that what you mean by H? Well, let's put the H in or the S. Or at this point, I think we should just include just straight people. But the problem is, we know that once they do, y'all the ones that's gonna take over everything. Y'all the ones that's gonna bogart everything. Y'all the ones that got to control everything because now y'all in the group. Not they trying to turn the LGBT community into like Christianity with twin. Y'all sitting here talking about how many fucking letters? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Y'all tripping about 12 letters, but y'all hoes got over 2,000 denominations. Y'all got me fucked up.
Dude, I'm starting to feel this way about AI as well. One day it's useful, then the next it's not. It's filtered differently, it's restricted, changing how it responds, and we're all expected to just go with the flow and like be fine with it.
And I had to skip that part because that was an ad and they paying him, so they show us how they ain't paying me, so we ain't about to play this shit. Now, let's take a listen. He's going to give commentary about this woman from the community who is speaking on self-hating gays because, again, that's what Amir is met with a lot in regards to his commentary, girl. And a part of me, no shade as far as the public version of Amir Odom, I can agree with that. And I want you to see how he's going to speak about this from his perspective. But again, your actions speak a lot louder than any of the words that you could say.
One of the gays.
And the fact that you got over close to 1 million subscribers, baby, that's a lot of action.
Who says things like, I don't like to be around other gays, or I don't like to be in gay spaces, or I don't like rainbows, I don't like pride. That is such a fucking character flaw for me, and I don't trust you. You have so much internalized like phobia, not just homophobia, not just transphobia. It's literally probably riddled with some anti-blackness, some misogynoir. Like it has you, because how do you not like to be in community with your own people?
Because my sexuality doesn't define my entire personality. It's clear as day. The same way you being black shouldn't explain and describe your entire personality. Those are just characteristics of you.
Now remember, he says that. Again, I would also love to live in a world where you being gay don't mean ish, you being black don't mean ish. I would love to live in a world like that. That's the type of world I'm actually trying to help create. Ain't that funny? What's going on? We got Aries in the building. What's going on, Aries? Hope everything is well. I just wanted to point that out. Just remember he said that. Okay? I don't think his supporters know that. Well, he has a point there. I would love. Again, Also agreeing with this point, I would love to live in a world where I'm not judged based off of my sexuality. Just like I'm pretty sure trans people would love to live in a world where they're not judged based off of their gender identity. But what is that experience, unfortunately, objectively for everybody? Because again, Amir can say this. But can everybody else that's queer say this? Is that also their experience? And we're going to listen later on because he's going to mention something about blackness and the difference between blackness, because it's like, again, I shouldn't be judged by my sexuality or the color of my skin, but I also don't want to identify with those people because of how they express their sexuality and their and their ethnicity. But they keep failing to realize that the majority that views the entire group doesn't make up the distinction for real. They don't end up getting to know these individuals who are quote unquote on the other side. They don't talk to them. They don't educate themselves about their experiences. They just do what? You have a generalization, and Amir gives them that generalization. Amir makes that generalization passable. And there are people like myself who, again, was the quote unquote normal gay who was closeted, but yet people still clocked my damn tea, because at the end of the day, you can sit up here and act. I'm sorry, boss man comment threw me off because I got my TV right here as far as the monitor. Let me read his comment. We got Harold in the building. What's going on, Harold? No one should be judged by their sexuality, and your sexuality shouldn't define your entire existence either. Agreed. 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 But who's okay? Let's look at it from that Let's look at it from that perspective. Let's use Lil Nas X for example. Lil Nas X is an artist, but he is also a queer artist that talks about queer-ish. Just like there are so many heterosexual people who speak about sex and fucking and love and romance, even in children's movies. Maybe not the fucking part, but the love and sex part. So again, Lil Nas X, because he is a gay male who is feminine, he got a lot of backlash. And again, religious people came for him and told him that he was going to hell. And then what Lil Nas X did, which no shade, my ass would do too, because girl, you're not going to play in my face like this, is that he actually went to hell. And instead of the whole fire and brimstone and repentance, girl, he was throwing that ass in a circle and a rhombus and all type of goddamn archaic ass symbols and shit and sigils and shit in order to get Satan to fucking kneel to his ass, girl, because that ass is too powerful. And they lit him up for that. How dare you sit up here and demonize my demonization of you? How dare you twist and pervert what it is that I have for you to work against me? How dare you? And again, I want Amir to prove to me, where is it at in the Republican Party where there are Republicans welcoming you for who you are, judging you by the content of your character? The content of your character. And I've been in plenty spaces, as you can see. Yes, I'm an animated person. I do talk with my hands. Over the years, I have learned to lean more into, I guess, the expression of what would be considered feminine or whatever. But as far as my aesthetic, there have been times that when people found out that I was gay, their whole mindset about me changed. I've shared before that I've had women hit on me multiple times. And when I tell them the tea, because they can't readily identify me or clock me, it goes from, oh, all the freaky things I want to do and I want you to do to me and all this other type of nasty ass shit. And once you find out, now all of a sudden Jesus has entered the group chat. And you want Jesus to make it work for me so I can put that work on you. That sounds very selfish and not really liberating for the other person, right? So again, I would agree with Amir if the party that Amir is representing was at large stating that, hey, gay people, we have no problem with y'all. We love y'all and we care about y'all, which means that we're going to educate ourselves about you and your experience and your culture. His whole party, the side that he represents, literally was using him as a proxy to give their commentary about pride events where all this sick, twisted, nasty, lewd, and lascivious shit was happening. And then he decides to do a whole video, almost an hour plus long, going to, quote unquote, the most insane, craziest, radical, fetish-sized pride event in America. And we saw what that was. So I think what Amir should be doing, instead of like just giving his commentary about what the queer community need to do, I need him to check his own audience and support base. Because sometimes he does, especially when he talks about Christianity, because that also affected him. So he can speak about something that affected him. He's able to give more of his anecdotal experience. But I think you need to use more of your anecdotal experience to talk to those individuals, because those same individuals that caused both an Amir and us and other black people harm throughout the years is the same ones that are getting ready to enact that same harm onto the whole LGBT, onto the whole, where's it at? The whole motherfucking 2SLGBTQQIPPA, girl. I don't even know what half of these damn acronyms are. But there are other people's lives and their experiences that they also have a right to have. As long as they're not objectively harming themselves or other people, I don't give a damn, nigga. Live your life. That's why it's called life. That's why we're here for a limited time, because we have only a finite time to express our version of it. If only people were more confident in who the fuck they were. The whole normal gay is tripping me out. Well, the normal gays are the ones who are going to be not at the back of the line, in the back of the bus. And like I said, if you over here, quote unquote, being put in the back of the bus, you better be on some damn Harriet Tubman shit to be able to get us the fuck up out this bitch if you're going to be pushed to the back. If you're going to be given the grace and the mercy. Because dick sucking ain't enough. That shit only good in the moment, girl. When post-nut clarity hit in, you going to be a nigga again.
I have black skin, I'm a black American, I am gay, I'm a gay man, but that doesn't mean you automatically know, and you automatically know everything about me, and I'm automatically going to agree with and be like other gays or other black people out there. That's not always the case. Obviously, yes, I do have some things in common with other gay people, I do have some things in common with other black people, and
let's talk about that commonality with this shit. Now, this is one shit that kind of had me going a little bit, girl. No shade. Let me cut the me and Mrs. Jones Steppers Chicago remix, and let's put this on real quick.
No creen amor, le damos el foda. El DJ la pone y se la sabe toda. Se trepa en la mesa y que se joda. En el perreo no se quita. Fuma y se pone bellaquita. Se llama si te necesita. Pero por ahora está solita. Ella perrea sola. Ella perrea sola. Perrea sola. Ella perrea sola. Sola. Ella perrea sola. Ella perrea sola. Tiene una amiga problemática y otra que casi ni habla, pero las tres son una diabla.
Now, out the bro, you gonna do that with the bros? You gonna be with Chad and Logan, Brad, and all of them? Woo! Tailgate party, fuck yeah, romp. You gonna bust out with that shit? Now again, no shade. I'm a gay man, girl. That was hot. Okay? He showed us that he can go fast, he can go slow, and he can ride it on his knees, girl. No shade. Now that one part when he was doing this shit, I said, okay, girl, this is giving very much old girl from the motherfucking Bob's Burger shit. I'm like, that back a little stiff, Miss Mama. It's a little stiff, but at least it's moving. And we thank God for the cakes. But that is also a part of Amir's personality and his character. That's a part of his life experience. Like he said, bitch, put on Beyonce and see what happens. Bitch, put on some a never-ending midnight sun. Put that that on, girl, he gonna lose his damn mind. He gonna go back to the twink days, girl, because when his ass was dancing in that one video, which I wish that I would have screen recorded, girl, he was spinning around like a damn fairy. Y'all remember, for those of you who are 90s children, y'all remember them little fairy things that you would put on a little thing and you would zip it, rip it, and it would fly in the air and shit? Turned into a goddamn Sailor Moon character, bitch. But he also stated that if he was around the bros and they found out that he was gay, he would say, "Oh, bro, I'm gay, but I'm not that gay, bro. Like I'm not that gay. I'm not this gay. I'm not this gay. I'm not this gay. This not who I am. This not me, bro. This the bro. I'm with the bros, right? Look at this. I'm not gay, bro. I'm not gay, bro. I'm not with the gay shit. I'm not the gay niggas. Look at that. Look at that. Jumping up in the air and shit. Look at it. Look. Now he's shaking it. Look at it. I'm not gay, bro. I'm not gay, bro. I don't do that gay shit, bro. I'm not that gay, bro. I'm not gay. Look at that. Look at it. It's moving. Look. Then he slaps it. I'm not gay, bro. Look at that. Then he's showing how he can ride a girl all time. Look at that. I ain't gay, bro. I ain't gay, bro. I'm not gay, bro. I'm not. Hold on, bro. I'm definitely not gay. Now you humping the ground, bitch. I'm not gay, bro. Okay. Now we throwing it back, girl. Now no shade. I'ma be, I guess, gay for a moment, girl. I love me a good back shot. I love me a good back shot. And again, I don't like pound, all that pound shit. That does nothing for me. I feel like I'm harming you. It don't have to be all that. Now, I like that slow grind shit to where it's slow and rough and stuff. I'm with that. I would do that. But baby, it'd be one of these angles right here, girl, that would, as I said to another person, would end me. You motherfucking arch your back right, girl, and you look back right, and you start moving a certain type of way, it's over with. I done lost half of the goddamn viewers, girl, because we talking about gay shit. So it must have been heterosexual niggas watching. Hi. Hello. But yeah, bro, I'm not doing the gay shit. Like what's name said that. What'd he say? Where the hoes at, bro? This move ain't gonna bring the hoes over. Look. But I'm a normal gay. I don't do that fog. I don't do that. I don't do that LGBT-ish. I don't do that. I don't do that drag queen shit. I don't do that. I don't do that ratchet hood twerk trap shit. I don't do that. Because I'm a regular gay. If that is what the fuck regular gay look like, what the fuck does gay look like? What does gay extra look like? What does gay pro look like? What does gay XL look like? You telling me that you gonna bust out with this move on the dance floor at a Republican event? Gay premium, if you will. Thank you. Y'all have any more? No shade. This background music make me want to step right now. Hey. Anyway, let's get back to the video, y'all, because we gonna be here for a little bit.
Gay, like, we do have shared enemies, and that there are people out there that hate me no matter what just because I'm gay. However, that doesn't mean I need to be a part of said community and embrace it and love it and be like within it. That I don't need to. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I need to put myself in this box and do everything the average black person does, and if I don't, I hate them. No. So just because I'm gay and I don't like all the rainbows, all the frou-frou stuff, and all the go-go parties and the drag clubs and RuPaul's Drag Race, doesn't mean I hate myself or have internalized homophobia. No, it's just that I understand and I can recognize and I can separate my sexuality from my personality. That's it.
People.
You can do that again. I would love for that to happen, but does your support base, are they able to do that? Are they able to make a distinction between those things? You're the same person who conflated a drag queen and a trans person. So now all of a sudden when it comes down to you being gay, now you have this context and nuance. I want y'all to also remember him stating, oh, well, because I don't go to the gay bars, which, no shade, you be saying that you wanted to go to the gay bars, but you be dressing up like Trayvon Martin, and unlike him, you actually leave the fucking club with your life intact, with your hoodie not being bullet ridden and having crimson fluid all on that shit. But you gotta go into the damn gay clubs with a hoodie on and a goddamn sunglasses and shit, because you feel like a whole bunch of twinks and trans people gonna come out the woodwork and just slice your ass the fuck up. And then again, when you went to the most craziest, insane, most ridiculous, lewd, lascivious, just the epitome and the actual manifestation of all the videos that we reviewed on this channel, guys, as far as Amir Odom's channel, girl, as far as the pride events I'm actually going in, girl, you went in there with a bodyguard, and the bodyguard, again, had a paid free day. He got paid for free, girl. He worked for free and got paid, girl. God blessed him on that day for you to go into pride, and you left with your life, your camera, your glasses, your phone, and your life. So you low-key want to be in these spaces. You low-key want to be a party space. And then on top of that, you stated and told us that, girl, your ass, you and a few other people were going to be individuals who were going to come together and create, again, a family-friendly pride, which, no shade, pride event is slowly but surely approaching. June is almost here. And I would love for Amir and the other LGBT people who have the money, power, and resources, I would love for them to come together and show us what a family-friendly... I mean, you might as well. Hell, the Republicans, didn't they have a goddamn grinder event, bitch? Show us what the Republican LGBT community pride event looks like. Because if you can prove to me that the Republican Party at large cares about queer people, and that there are queer people in the Republican Party, girl, who somehow just happen to have the magic golden Willy Wonka-ass ticket, girl, to be able to escape motherfucking prejudice or the onslaught, girl, with their fucking life in a way that's beneficial. I'm gonna need for y'all to prove it to us, because brown nosing, shoe shining, and zick sucking is not doing enough for me to be persuaded. And again, I'm an objective person. I try my best to be. I have other people around me who are objective, have different ways of thinking, different perspectives than me, which I appreciate. You need people who think differently than you around you. That keeps you to be a well-balanced person. That helps you to be a well-balanced person. And I don't think Amir has people around him that's like give him the other perspective. No shade, which is why we continue with these videos. But who knows? Maybe one day we will manifest a time where you being LGBT won't matter. But I keep being told that day will never come. I'm being told that that's a fantasy. I've been told that that's how life is, and there's no way to get rid of it. Which means that any of us can be affected. Any of us can be affected by this.
Like, and then their excuses and their reasoning just be so dumb. Like, oh, well, I don't like the party scene. If being gay to you is just a gay bar, then babe, I got some news for you.
Okay, if you're acknowledging that being gay is more than just a bar, then why are you saying people who don't like going to the bar suffer from internalized homophobia? And this isn't making sense.
Because going to the gay bar means that you are connected to the LGBT community, which is something that you don't want, but yet you still end up going to these places incognito. you still want to be in these spaces because you also understand the aspect of community. And you just stated how you are a quote unquote regular gay because I don't go to the bars. I don't go to the drag queen shows. I don't watch RuPaul Drag Race. Me, BubzDaGawd, I don't go to gay bars. I don't go to drag queen shows, even though I do like me a good drag queen show, because there are some good drag queens. Sabin is one of them. D'Angelo Show Shannon is another one. And I don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race. The only drag race star that I like, no shade, well, there's a few that I like, but the one that I really like is Bianca Del Rio, because she got dark sense of humor. And I fuck with dark sense of humor shit. But I am still LGBT as far as the acronym is concerned. I am the G in the LGBTQIA+. And again, I can be separated if I want to. The majority is going to think otherwise. And unfortunately, they're in positions of power to enforce what it is that they think. And like I stated in my video essay, gay people have had periods where they've been quiet and docile. And they still did not give a fuck about us. So Amir, I need you to help us understand how the queer community cares about. I mean, you need to show me, prove to me and others like me who are asking these questions, doing these commentaries or whatever, to prove to us how being center right is the most beneficial thing for queer people to do. Because if the Republicans fuck with the gays, I need to know how, because the churches ain't proving it. PragerU and them ain't proving it. Turning Point USA and them not proving it. Summit Ministries, sister to PragerU if I'm not mistaken, they not. I've witnessed a few drag shows in person. They're dope and carefree. Thank you. Now, did you now? Was your life threatened, boss man? Did you feel this impending doom and gloom over you? Did you feel this foreboding, overshadowing type of feeling of some sort of dread hanging coming your way? I'm just curious to know.
If you know the history of our community, of LGBTQIA rights, if you know that, and you know how you would then feel a sense of like, almost like proud. I'm proud to go to Pride. I'm happy to be in spaces with my community.
Back in the day, I can see this perspective. Because mind you, gays having the right to be married across all the states just happened like 10 years ago. So I can get behind the OG Pride, the OG being like more so glad to be accepted in society, proud and owning who I am, not letting society and the world judge me. Yes, but that's completely changed. And the proof in that it changed is quite literally from when I was in high school, when I was growing up, you know, the 90s, the 2000s, that was the LGBT community, and it had a basic rainbow flag. Now we have the LGBTQIAS plus acronyms and an entire new flag, ropes in trans people, indigenous people, two-spirited, black and brown people. They're literally different communities. So no, it's not the same anymore. Like,
these are communities of people who are literally trying to carve out a space for them in fucking society. And yes, even though marriage equality happened a decade and some change ago, there were people before that time who had it worse than us. Even though they're trying to push us back down this road, had it worse than us. As far as the onslaught part, because we ain't even experienced yet. It's on the way, but presently right now, we haven't dealt with the conversion therapies that they've had in mind. But the people who came before us who also was trans as well. Who fought for your rights as well. And what fighting did you do, nigga? You talking about, oh, we fought to get this and weed and weed. What did you do to fight to get it? Because if this is what fighting looks like, girl, it's very counterintuitive. Again, the reason why you have a problem and other gays like you have a problem is because dominant society is not going to do their big one. They're not going to do their work. They're not going to study to show themselves approved. They're not going to find the distinction. They're not going to find the context and nuance between it. They're not. They're going to slam it all together, and you don't like that because you're hit. The byproduct of the blowback affects you too. Even with you being a regular gay, you still feel it. Even with you being a conservative gay, you obviously still feel it. You feel the blowback, which is why you got to get on your platform and pander and shook and jive and tap and slip on the tightrope, high or low on the tightrope for people who do not care about your existence, my existence, or anybody else who's queer's existence for real, unless it's in a controlled way. And if a gay boy who is feminine is around other boys and there has been no expressed, objective, actualized action going on, they're already being judged. We were already judged for our sexuality before we even understood our sexuality. And see, all this can go away. All this can be a whole bunch of bullshit if we just simply learn to just say, hey, look, just accept it. Just accept it. It's the resistance that is making it bigger than what it seems. It is the fear and the ignorance that is making it bigger than what it seems. It is the projection that is making it bigger than what it fucking seems. I promise you, if the majority of people would just sit up here and just see queerness as something that's just another aspect of humanity and not even demonize it at all, I promise you, the LGBT shit would lose its potency, because now you're not unconsciously, through fear and ignorance, giving it energy. But y'all believe that if y'all affirm gay people, then the birth rate is declining. Well, as we can see, they're saying that the birth rate, especially in America, is not where it used to be, and that it's on a decline, and it had nothing to do with homosexuals. Had nothing to do with lesbians. Had nothing to do with trans or non-gender conforming or non-binary people. It had everything to do with the fucking economy. It had to do with everything with the fact that everything is getting fucking expensive and that having children is hella expensive. There are other factors that are in play here that have nothing to do with queerness. But again, that would be doing the work if you would focus on those things. But why do that when we can just continue to do what we've been doing and pick on the LGBT people? Especially now that they got a mascot that they can use to parade around. Boss Man said wasn't threatened, nor was I feeling unsafe. Hell, I felt more unsafe around hetero. Hell, a straight man who is effeminate feels it. So I know he fit. That's why we're going to have to work on something, Boss Man, because no shade. I'm just showing you the LGBT side. Make sure y'all go over to the Objectivist podcast. He ain't got no new shit on there now. It's okay. But his older stuff is dope. Make sure y'all check out the LGBT Conundrum. He's the only heterosexual man that I've seen on this platform thus far who has educated me to where it's like, okay, I'll take what you say into consideration. I'll listen to what you have to say. No shade. I had a point, but I lost the damn point because I was gonna say something. Let's continue with the video.
Back then, sure, I can get behind some of that because we were facing a lot of harm and judgment. But as we saw throughout the charts and all the polls, yeah, respect for gays was going up. And then now we hit a sharp decline because of this new found community with the non-binaries and the TQ pluses.
And mind you, that sharp decline was only shown in the Republican Party. Because when he put up that graph, that clip that he used in his why gay marriage might be banned video, keyword might be banned. Yeah, he put up a clip that showed the steep decline, the stark decline. Okay, the what's the other word I'm looking for? The egregious. I feel like that's not right, but I'm using it right now. Decline of support for the queer community.
It's grown to be too much, and it's quite literally different. So you really can't say that in the year 2026 because, again, it's different.
To be around people who are like me, like-minded individuals. That's not to say that there's not mess, there's not drama. That's with any and every community.
That's okay. I want to be around like-minded individuals. Why does who I have sex with automatically mean you are a like-minded individual and we agree on everything else? No,
it's not agreeing on everything else. It's the fact of, hell, there are people out there who have been used and abused by heterosexual people. There are people out there who are queer who have been demonized by mothers, fathers, family, friends, church members, clergy, all these things, who are coming together and saying, hey, we have a shared bond in our survival, unfortunately. You're able to go into a space and see other people who are like you to where you don't have to be afraid, because there are plenty of people who are closeted. There are plenty of people who are discreet. There are plenty of people who are gay but quote unquote not gay. But there are some brave souls who are willing to be gay and unapologetic in the limelight, in the sunlight. We're not talking about busting it open in the middle of the fucking street. We're not talking about having an orgy in front of a goddamn church or school. We're not talking about any of those things. It's the fact that there are people willing to be gay, and especially black men willing to be gay and feminine in public and not be checked. Not to be policed. That's the problem. Y'all want to police it. Because y'all the ones that feel some type of way about it. Because y'all the ones that are insecure as fuck about it. Because y'all the ones that don't understand things about it. Or no shade, probably do, but ashamed to say that. And if that's the case, I can't do nothing for you. I like my men honest. I like my men feminine. I'm open to masculine. I haven't had that yet, but feminine. I don't have time for the DL shit. I don't have time for the exploring ish. There are plenty of other people who will help you explore. I need somebody who know what the hell they doing and do it well.
Oh, that's a touch point. That's a characteristic we have in common. And I do find that sense of, relatability in that if we're talking about a gay issue, for sure. It's nice meeting other.
Yeah, it's a gay pride event. So it's going to be some gay shit there.
The gay people and talking about the unique challenges that we face or judgments, sure. But just because I'm talking to someone else that's gay doesn't mean we are on the same mindset and we have the same personality, same hobbies, same traits, and no.
Nobody's saying that you have to be 100% every fucking thing just completely aligned and connected. Hell, I'm friends with a heterosexual man who likes pussy and I like bussy. And we relate on other things besides that. That's not the place of contention. Like, it is possible to be connected to other people in the community and not share everything within the damn community. Again, I don't even go to gay clubs. I don't go to drag shows. But I can still be cool, still connect, still be aligned with other people who do that, because again, that's called the word that y'all motherfucking hate: diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's the beauty of the motherfucking rainbow. The colors are different, but the colors complement each other in such a beautiful ass fucking way. That's how community is supposed to work. We celebrate our differences and we find a way to unite through our differences. That is the point. But the party that you support does not believe that does not want that because they want it their way. And they're in positions of power to force people to do it.
That is one touch point, that we both have sex with the same people. And to say that is also to say that just because you're a straight man, straight woman, whatever you may be, that automatically means you're in this bucket and you agree with anybody else that also is straight. No, we know that not to be the case. So why is that? Why do straight people have all this freedom in existing and being different and diverse? But gay people, you're shouting that they're diverse. You're shouting that there's like equality, diversity, and they're different people, but you're not. You're locking yourself up in like this ideological box. And if people are outside of that, oh, they're suffering from internalized homophobia. Oh, they hate gays. Oh, this and that. When straight people are allowed to just exist, they're just straight and everything else is personality. But if you're gay, you automatically have to, you know, be a part of this group. That's never made sense to me.
But you can't.
Again, Amir. They add people to that group who are not heterosexual. What are you talking about? Harold literally just put up a comment earlier talking about bros with a hose at. Heterosexual people talk about their sex all the time. All the time. In movies, television shows, music, books, ads, social media, digital media, printed media. Again, it's already predetermined. It's already a prerequisite for us before we even come through the birth canal. So yes, when you live in a heterosexual world, yes, they're going to be free to fuck. And no shade, there are heterosexual men, especially black men, who are not even willing to be free because they even have to participate in this box that you talk about. But it's interesting. You're saying that the LGBT community is not diverse, but yet there are so many acronyms, so that shows different communities. Not everybody in the LGBTQ plus whatever is going to be all of those things. There are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, two-spirited, whatever the fuck may be, whatever the fucking case is, there are different experiences. That's why I say be grateful to the universe, God, source, consciousness, that there are other people out there doing what you don't have to do. That should be a beautiful thing. But that's not because you feel that the LGBT people are changing you or your stance or your position in the LGB. And how are the queer people doing that? Because it seems like more of the heterosexual people than the queer. Because you're the one trying to, quote unquote, remove yourself from the community, but yet you still want to have access to that community. Because again, you went through the same experiences as a lot of people in the community, i.e. Christianity, i.e. conversion therapy, i.e. self-deletion ideations and attempts, i.e. self-harm, i.e. self-doubt.
Cannot tell me you're a good person and you're gay and you feel that way. I've never heard an adequate reason for a gay person to say that out their mouth. It's weird. You're a weirdo, actually. And
Thanks.
I feel like people who say that pander to straight people because it's like, oh yeah, I'm not like these degenerate gays. I'm one of the good guys.
I'm not.
Like, you ain't shit, actually.
At the end of the day, if anything, I'm just highlighting and I'm letting it be known that no, I'm not like this clone and this groupthink ideological like mentality of the modern day LGBTQ community and all the things that they stand for and that they push for. No.
Le damos el foda. El DJ la pone y se la sabe toda. Se trepa en la mesa y que se joda. En el perreo no se quita. Fumir se pone bellaquita. Se llama si te necesita. Pero por ahora está solita.
Sure, Jan.
I am completely against a lot of the things that they're pushing, specifically the TQ side of stuff, everything related to the trans stuff, non-binary, they, them, hate speech. No, we don't need, I'm completely removed from that. I am. Because this is the same community that's telling me LGBTQ plus community is all in one, but then also LGB is sexuality and TQ plus is identity. So if they're literally different, why as my gay being my sexuality, the hell did that have to do with some trans person? I can understand there are sects of people and groups that hate everything regarding gay, lesbian, bi, trans, queer, and
I wonder how many of them support you and watch your content.
anything related to that. We have the same, again, common enemy, but besides that, no. When you go to these gay organization websites, it used to be for gay people, it used to be for lesbian people, it used to be for bi people. Now it's all trans rights, trans adults, trans kids, non-binary this, non-binary that.
Because they're the ones that are in media being attacked right now, just like how before it was LGB. And again, you got what you wanted. You said you got your man. You got your ring, got that diamond ring, got a diamond. I'm talking about the diamond. I love a diamond. You got the diamond ring. You got the never-ending midnight sun with your man. You got the dog, and you got the life. You safe. You cool. You set. You've been able to complete a goddamn milestone aspiration like we playing The Sims in this bitch. You've been able to reach that. Now let the other people get to where they need to go in reference for them to be able to have a happy life. For them to be able to manifest the reality they want, the desire that they allow them to do that. Allow them to do that. Because again, you got what you wanted. So if you got what you wanted, what's the problem? Unless you feel like something is going to be taken away from you. Because if I'm all snuggy and snuggled and cozy wozy in my own little queer life, my own little gay life, I got the gay life that I want. I'm living financially good. Physically, I'm good. Mentally and emotionally, I'm good. Spiritually, I'm good. My man good. My goddamn dog good. My motherfucking bills paid. My motherfucking back taxes ain't none, girl. I got good friends in my life. I cook good food. I ride good dick. All these things. Then what's the problem? If they're helping TQI, what's the problem if the LGB or the LGB people decide that they want to also assist the TQI, since they also have something now that the TQI doesn't have, which is known as what class? Privilege. They're using their privilege to help those that are less privileged or underprivileged. And right now, trans people are underprivileged. Intersex people are underprivileged. Non-gender conforming, non-binary people are underprivileged. And y'all be acting like these individuals outweigh all of humanity. These are small numbers. These are not even double digits in reference to the expression in the world. So it's not even a whole bunch of them. And y'all got so much smoke for a small ass fucking community. But yet y'all can't deal with the majority and their problems and their issues and their bullshits that put us in the predicaments that we're in right now, because no homosexual is the reason why the gas price is high. A lesbian is not responsible for high grocery prices and egg prices and milk prices. A trans woman is not responsible for all of your bills now becoming higher and charging more. It's not the intersex people or the non-binary gender conforming people who are making your life a living hell. So again, y'all focus on the wrong group of people. And ain't nobody sent me videos of trans women attacking bio women and bio girls in the bathroom. I think somebody's shooting down the street, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything, and Amir hasn't shown us anything.
That has nothing to do with me being gay. So I'm not self-hating for not being a part of that when you're literally telling me sexuality and identity are quite different. The logic has never added up or made sense to me on that basis.
I don't give a...
The reason why the logic don't add up is because, again, you're forgetting the common denominator in this situation besides you. Well, let me remove that, not common denominator, because there's only one thing. The one aspect that you as the common denominator, shall I say, is missing is your subscribers and your supporters and the people that use your talking points. Those people take snippets and clips and use them against queer people. Use them at churches to be anti-queer. Use them in school board meetings. They pull up and use and cite you and quote you. You are a public figure. You are a public speaker. So some people are. I've had people in my comments when I dropped my video essay saying, "Oh my God, I love Amir. Why would you do this? I love Amir. I love Amir. I love Amir." So your words are being used as weapons, and you don't realize that. And then when you check other people, okay, or attempt to check them in your commentary, like you tried to with the gay conversion therapy, which I think right now is not even at 60,000 views, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check and see real quick. Give me 1 second. Make sure I hit that like button. Let me check real quick. Give me 1 second. It's still at 53K views, and that's almost 3 weeks ago.
If this shit triggers you, because if it triggers you, then you are literally part of the problem. We need to bring pride back to the drawing board. Shit got out of hand. There's no reason there should be naked people walking around with literal genitalia out and about. There's even, you know what? There's even less of a reason that we should be allowing people to be wearing like fetish gear and then just getting like pissed on.
This actually happens, and it's like me being gay, I'm automatically grouped in with that because there's this big umbrella term. And, we're the gay community. We're all accepting. This is everything that's gay. Just because I'm gay doesn't mean I relate with that. I co-sign that. I am a part of that. No, like there's no reason for children to be there. That's inappropriate. But two, what does pissing on somebody in the middle of the street have to do with me being gay? If anything, it's just a sex conference of which straight people, you know, there's those gay cruises and they all be doing type of wild stuff. Straight people have swinger cruises. Straight people have swinger festivals. Straight people have sex festivals. They keep it low key. The straight people being sexual deviants, they keep it on the low. Gays are just loud in your face. We're doing this, we're doing that. Oh my gosh, yay, yay, yay. You wonder why people look at you sideways.
We literally have people like Kevin Gates and Lil Wayne and all these other artists talking about how they eat the pussy, and how when I swallow my spit, I can still taste you. When I smell my upper lip, I can... I'ma throw this money like a free throw. Bounce that ass, put your hands on your knees, ho. Bounce that ass, 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 bounce that ass. Put it in my mouth. I mean my motherfucking mouth. You ain't gotta say too much, but from the look in your eyes, I can tell you wanna fuck. I'm trying to kick it tonight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So won't you tell me what that thing smell like? All of that. BET uncut shit when you under 18. And then also, too, where are these videos? Because we live in an era where people record shit all the time, bitch. Everybody got their phone in their hand, girl. All these motherfuckers walking around with their phone in their hand and ain't got no clips. Overwhelming amount of evidence of niggas just pissing on people at the Pride Parade. First of all, if you got yo dangalang out, that's called indecent exposure. You know how many drunk ass people ended up on a registry list or possibly ticketed seriously for being drunk as fuck? I remember one time when I was living in Detroit, downtown Detroit with my family one weekend, and a drunk white dude walked around and was literally pissing in the street, walking, little strip ass dick out girl peeing. So where are these gay men doing these lewd and lascivious stuff? Now, yes, you have some content creators that do public play, and them hoes gonna be handled accordingly by the law. No shade. But if these things happened, or happens at pride events, then why didn't they happen when you went to the America's wildest, craziest, risque, burlesque, kinky, freaky, nasty, erotic, freaky ass-ish? Where was the piss pool at during that pride? Where was the scat attack at the pride? Where was the people walking around with their dick and balls out talking about round and round we go, round and round we go, as little kids walk past? Hi. When did they start doing the South Park shit at the pride events? And you're talking about this happens. Nigga, you picked up an article, one article from fucking Ground News that was completely Republican and wasn't even fucking fact checked. Y'all got these phones. Y'all like to record all type of shit. Y'all record niggas. Y'all what? Y'all screen record all day. Y'all share shit all day. Y'all like shit all day. Y'all doom scroll all day. You telling me ain't nobody got no video evidence? Not no AI shit. Not no Soros 2.5 whatever shit. But actually got some real authentic videos of queer people out there doing the queer shit. Like pissing and defecating. And just having crazy ass sex. And no shade. If pride is going to be canceled based off of these assumptions that y'all can't fucking prove, okay, cool. Let's get rid of pride. And while we get rid of pride, let's get rid of Mardi Gras too. And let's get rid of Carnival too. Well, hold on now, Bubz. Ain't no hold on. And just because it's titties don't mean nothing, baby. When you think of Mardi Gras, you think of three things: beads, beer, and boobs. That's it. Beads, beer, and boobies. So we got to get rid of all of that. We also got to get rid of Carnival. Yeah. They scantily cladly dress. They got all type of freaky deaky shit on, all type of sexual gyration and muscles and shit, and booty meat just moving and titties moving and just body moving and slow grinding and slow jerking. All that gotta go. 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 Matter of fact, don't even do it publicly. Can't nobody show no PDA. Ain't no such thing as PDA. But see, when I start talking like that, then it's, oh my God, Bubz, you're being extreme, you're being extreme. No, I'm being right. Because if we're going to play the game by the rules that you claim that you want to play by, then let's play the fucking game. Get rid of pride, but get rid of those other things too. That's just being fair, right? The goal is to be fair. The goal is to add balance, right? The goal is to add accountability, right? So again, gay people, like I said, if we're going to use this analogy, I acquiesce to what you say. Okay, get rid of pride. But under these conditions, these other things got to go too, because they literally are doing the same thing. Carnival may have its culture and its history, just like the queer community has culture and history. But obviously and unfortunately, the sexual aspect, when it comes down to queer people, from heterosexual people's perspective and even Amir's perspective, is nothing but just hypersexuality. Well, so does Carnival and motherfucking Mardi Gras. Because boobies and titties is a part of the experience. And if you remove the goddamn boobies from the beads and the beer, it don't work. Because the beer gives you the courage to throw the beads at the woman for the woman to show you her boobies. And like Boss Man said, I can't believe I forgot this song. Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job. Lay on the bed and give me head. Don't have to ask, don't have to beg. Gucci is my name, some is my game. Lick on my butt, all type of shit. And we were singing this shit in school. But RuPaul is just, girl, RuPaul just rivals Jesus Christ at this fucking point. He's the only one that could prevent Jesus Christ from removing the gay demon that allegedly RuPaul gave to these people. But yet all these other songs and all of these other expressions of sex, heterosexual sex, from conception all the way up to your death. But y'all mad about a little bit of gay shit? That a lot of you niggas that got problems with it, ain't Ain't nobody asking none of you niggas to join the gay shit anyway. Because no shade, and I hate using this word, but girl, no shade. It's always the ugly, unattractive motherfuckers, girl, that feel like the gays want them, bitch. We don't want you, girl. Your own skin don't want you. Your own fucking breath don't want you. Your pass-by air don't even want you. So what makes you think that we want you? It's a lot of projection here.
As freaky as the gay community can be, straights are freaky as hell too, but they know how to keep that shit on the low and
no, they don't. No, they don't. No, we just sat up here and sang songs.
Behind closed doors. It's the gays that's just karate chopping the door down and saying, "Look at me."
No,
we don't need that,
bro. And I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, you're kink shaming." I don't give a to go do that.
Yes.
By the way, I fucking care. Go do it in your own private home.
Thank you.
I don't want to see it. You know what's more important to me? Like, to me, Pride should be all about providing visibility to equality, and in great part that means giving people such as children the opportunity to see that anyone can be loved equally. You're not gonna have children in the same room as a man who is getting literally slapped in the ass with a bat.
Not happening. We need to pick one. Either we're gonna have a pride festival where we're celebrating all the different types of humans that exist in America and different types of families, and we're prideful in the fact that this country is so accepting and loving, and keep it PG, like literally PG, like the movie theaters, PG at that. Or we're gonna agree that, hey, this pride festival is 18 up and it's a giant who wears the least parade, kinks. It doesn't make sense to me. It literally needs to go back to the drawing board, and pride has gotten out of hand, and this is why you have more normal gays expressing this concern, saying, hey, this shit don't line up with me. I don't agree with this. I don't like this. Because it quite literally doesn't make sense. And you're not a hateful gay person, you're not homophobic, transphobic for calling that out for what it is and saying that out loud.
Nothing.
Well, again, since there are more of y'all on the rise that is counteractive or counterproductive to the queer community, then again, hopefully this year we will see that family-friendly PG pride event that you claimed a few years ago that you and a few other people were working on. So I hope we get that. No shade. And again, I need for y'all to start showing the evidence of all this debauchery going on, because I've been to pride events. Unlike Amir, I've been to more than one pride event. And the pride events that I went to, I never ever saw a motherfucking attraction on the side of the street talking about come swim, come do the Kales challenge. Let's remake the bootleg VHS version of Kales and Old Girl. Let's do. None of that is happening. And no shade. As it gets hotter, there are plenty of adults who are going to do, as Nico Aesthetic says, super adult happy fun time-ish. For example, there is this Freak Fest that is happening in Atlanta pretty soon, where all of these OnlyFans creators are coming together and having this big-ass motherfucking orgy, where they're going to be busting each other down, girl, for all to see. It's not being done at a pride event. It's not being done at a children's library. It is not being done outside or in the parking lot of a church. It is not being done in these places that are public. It is done in a private place, away from other people, in a secure setting, because there are some people who have relations professionally and understand the professional aspect of it. Now, to be fair, are there some people who are just nudists and exhibitionists who will get their freak on no matter where the hell they at? Yes, hold those people accountable. But to your point, because people are ignorant, which again, you're trying to try so hard to shield this part, but it's why we say the self-loathing part or whatever, is because you can't even educate your own viewers about what being quote-unquote gay is. Because when using this video about this guy talking about, pride needs to be about this and that, where do you show that in your commentary? Where are the videos where you're showing that in your commentary? Did I miss something? Like, is there another YouTube channel or something? Is it on Rumble or something? Like, is there a exclusive, or is it a members only where you get to share? We gonna need to see that. Because the problem is, again, the dominant society is lazy and ignorant as fuck. And they're going to lump all of us in together, whether we want to or not. Again, these people can't tell the difference between a drag queen and a goddamn a trans person. They know the difference between a touchdown and a layup. Got you on Viagra in order for you to stay up. But they can't tell the difference between a trans person and a drag queen. And you want us to believe that you're on the right side. If anything, I think those on the left and those on the right who are center leaning, I think what the fuck we gonna need to do is just lean into the motherfucking center, because that's where true balance comes into play. Not all the way to the left, not all the way to the right, but that sweet spot. And Amir claims to be a person who is near the sweet spot, even though he is more right-leaning. I can be considered in the sweet spot, even though I'm more left-leaning. I think more content creators who think that way need to actually come together and have objective conversations, and have them especially on neutral platforms where there is no home advantage, baby. The only advantage is truth. And truth ain't gonna be censored. Truth ain't gonna be withheld. Truth ain't gonna be diluted. Truth is not going to be on the back burner, baby. Truth is what it is. Just like death is an objective truth, the objective truth is coming for all of us. And what I'm seeing is that there are a bunch of people like Amir who, no shade, are scared. Because now that there are evolutions of people and other people now having the torches passed to them so that they can manifest what they want, are afraid that if I align with these people whose lives are being, let me get bigger, bitch. Whose motherfucking experiences are destructive and damaging and demonizing. The same experiences that you went through. The same experiences that have you looking at your body now because you remember all those marks about the night or the time or the day or the moment where you had to get that sweet release because of the pain. Yeah, now trans, queer, and intersex people are going to experience that, and a lot of them are not going to make it, even though it's not a lot of them to begin with. But again, you're missing the bigger picture. Heterosexual people at large lump us all into this together. Because to them, all this LGBTQI, whatever the fuck it is, how many acronyms, all that stuff literally is just different levels of faggotry in the faggotum. It's just different levels, just different perspective, just different steps in the evolution of homosexuality. I mean, hell, again, when you were younger, you brought up in that Mason debate on the Ellen Fisher podcast that you at one time thought that you could possibly be a girl or trans because people were asking you, are you a girl? So you had young ass children can clearly quote unquote see a boy, right? Asking you are a girl. Not because you look like one, but because you fucking act like one. So
pisses me off more when a gay guy says, why can't we just be normal gay men? Like, why can't we just be normal gays? Like, I'm not all for that gay shit. Like, oh, I don't want to wear a fucking rainbow. I'm the same way sometimes. Like, I'm not going to wear a fucking rainbow, okay? But there's nothing fucking normal about gay people and, like, being, like, a normal gay.
I think that's when you're taking it extremely too literal and you're not highlighting the nuance in that. You did a little bit when you said that I'm not like that either. I'm not going to wear a rainbow. It's not that deep. That's all we mean. Where are the normal gay dudes at? Where are just like the average guys? Average and normal, pretty much same word. There's no problem in desiring wanting to be around and highlighting normal gay guys. It's a normal experience to want and desire.
Are you crazy? Like, we are gay. They're going to come after you anyway if you come after us.
You say they're going to come after you if they come after us. we know that's not to be the case. Trump has already been president, nothing happened to gays. He's president now and nothing's happened to gays. What we do see, and we see the trends, and we've seen the graphs, the gays were starting to be fine. But again, like I said in the beginning of this video, they're different communities now. They advocate for different things. They're pushing different things. So yeah, you're gonna see the decline because it's not like the community stayed the same. Yes, there is a common enemy, so you want to say, but there's also a growing amount of people that are like, hey, I'm cool with gay people. I'm cool with you living and existing, but don't flaunt it and show it in my face, going so far as the super flamboyant, the super over the top, the rainbows, the glitter, the super feminine, like that part, no. Like when we're talking about the stereotypical LGBTQ community, no part of that. But there's a large amount of people in the United States, especially straight people, even some religious people, that are like, hey, I ain't got no problem with a chill gay dude. But it's when you are over the top. The only thing I can kind of relate that to is they don't like that caricature, that personality, that kind of identity group. For example, black people, right?
Before he gets to the black people concept, you're saying that or claiming that a large group of people have no problem with gay people, just don't be overtly gay, don't be extra gay, don't be extra semen, Lord, extra season, or as Harold put, don't be gay premium, don't be a gold card carrying gay, don't do gay plus. Okay, don't do any of that. Don't do gay exclusive, don't do gay XL, don't do any of that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. We have no problem with it. We have no problem with it. Okay. Again, Amir, you are a regular gay. You're already married, but I have a question to ask you. If you were getting married in 2026, do you think if you were to put up a video showing your big day, showing you looking lovingly at your husband, showing you and him putting the rings on each other's fingers, and then you come in for that kiss, how do you think your supporters are going to feel about that? Is the majority of the people who support you going to say, oh my God, Amir, this is so beautiful, like just watching you do this just makes me, really rethink about my perspective on gay people, and it's just so damn beautiful, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I'm so glad I'm subscribed to your channel because it just opened my eyes and just made me so aware, oh my God, of just like how beautiful love is, even if it's between two men. Are they going to say that? Or is that video going to be like your conversion therapy video? Not viewing, not getting the views, not catching the views. Now, I can't talk about views because I'm a small channel, but you're a bigger channel. And you're getting small views on certain videos that holds people accountable. Because again, the thing that you're claiming or that you're putting out there about yourself, those people don't believe that about you. And you're putting all the oldness on queer people. As if though, well, if I don't act like them, I'm not going to be them. When old dude is telling you, you're gay. You're gay. Which means that, and you even stated, I think you even stated and shared in one of your previous videos years ago, how if you were at a Republican, no, that was Ron Vugada, I'm sorry. Ron said that if he was at a Republican party and they were having a moment where the partners and couples danced, that he wouldn't go out there and dance because that'll be too much like putting myself out there. Well, aren't you an American? Isn't this the land of the free and the home of the brave? So are you going to hold your man's hand? Are you going to go to these Republican places or these places that you're speaking and also speak about the excellence of your husband as well? Just like how everybody else can talk about, oh, how I love my husband, how I love my wife for loving me and affirming me, especially in the realm of politics. Are they going to allow you two to stand up there and to showcase your love? Or will that still be, that's too much, it's too gay, I can't do that, it's too much. And yes, to your point, and even to Boss Man's point, as far as any legislation is concerned, as far as something extreme is concerned, even though they're testing things in different states. No shade, they're testing things, they're exploring things, but nothing big or whatever. And you're talking about, well, Trump has been here, and what's been happening to gays? What's been happening to gays? Nothing happening to gays. How do you know that? Because when we look at the religious sector, the ones that love Trump and support Trump, oh yeah, they're talking about that ex-gay shit. Yeah, podcasts like We Need to Talk podcast, Hardly Initiated, Rashad Verme, Jackie Hill Perry. Yeah, those platforms are growing every single day of people talking about how they escaped homosexuality and how you can help other people escape homosexuality. You did a whole video about conversion therapy, but yet you want to sit up here and tell gay people that they're going to be okay. Even though this administration shares the same thought processes and perspectives of the individuals who harmed us as queer children. And I want to believe Amir when he talks about that these people don't give a damn and don't give a fuck. But when I actually do the work, when I talk to people, when I look at things, when I see things, there is points of contention. And again, Boss Man was the only heterosexual man thus far consistently that has been able to help me understand the other side's perspective. And because he is objective, we've been able to have a conversation or conversations about possible gray areas that seem realistic and seems like something that, since everybody can't be a part of it, at large or damn near everybody can be a part of it. But it takes compromises on both sides. So again, if we're using the example of pride, we can go ahead and remove pride if we remove these other things. And let's remove Christianity's aspect of it too. Because the same people who didn't want the gay shit in schools are the same people who are putting up the 10 Commandments. They took prayer out of schools, and now we have knives and guns. Well, maybe if y'all actually knew about Jesus and walked in his teaching, they wouldn't need the knives and guns. They'll be operating in love, which would be the ultimate weapon.
The difference between black people, hello me, just like a black American, versus a hood.
A hood.
It's just so commonly that when you're talking about the black community at large, you're referring to the hood behaviors within it. You're talking about gay people, you're talking about the gay community, that caricature that exists. But more often than not, people don't have a problem with black people, they have a problem with hood people. Hood behavior. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. If you're just hood, it's like, the ghetto, That's what people have an issue with. So for gays, a lot of people aren't even homophobic. They just don't want to deal with the faggotry that is the LGBTQ community. They ain't got no problem with regular schmegular gay people existing, going about their day. No, it's not that they have an issue with. It's this damn crazy ass community.
Hey, you. So when you talk about the whole ghetto thing, let's take a look at myself, right? Look at how I'm dressed. Look how I'm dressed. If y'all didn't know who I was and you came across my live, what would you consider me as? Based off of how I look. Do I look studious? Do I look like I'm educated? Or do I look like a hood, trap-ass nigga? Let me know in the comments. It's 8 of y'all in the building. I want to know. Y'all let me know. I want to know. We literally have videos of black people walking through neighborhoods, driving through neighborhoods, parking in front of houses, doing work in neighborhoods, minding their own black business. And then here comes somebody walking they motherfucking ass up, asking questions in a very investigatory yet interrogation type of way. Who are you? Do you live here? All these things because you are those black people that we see on Fox News, those hood people. Again, the way my hair is set up, the way that I look, the way that they're going to see me as such. They don't know who BubzDaGawd is. They don't have to. This gives them all the information that they quote unquote need. But I've never been in trouble with the law. At least not right now, because the fact that I'm an openly gay man who's an activist, I'm probably on a list, so who knows. But I've never been in trouble with the law. I don't have different babies and different holes and area codes. I'm not out here selling poison to the community. I'm not out here unaliving people in the community. Just like you, Amir, I don't participate in the quote-unquote ratchetness of it all. But because of how I look, it is going to be assumed. And that assumption is more powerful than the actual truth. Because when these people know the truth and know that they're wrong, there is no accountability. There is no I'm sorry. There is no retribution. There is no reconciliation. It's I gotta find a way out of being accountable. We got Queen Steve in the building. What's going on? What's going on? You look like a yummy leprechaun. Thank you. I got this camera, so I'm doing something different with the graphics. Or whatever. Okay, the instantly profile. The point is respectability will not save us. Amir, you can be dressed in a suit. You will still face discrimination. I mean, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X wore suits. All them motherfucking Montgomery, Alabama bus boycotting ass niggas wore suits and still had dogs sicked on them. And they weren't violent. They were non-violent. They weren't doing nothing. And still dealt with it. But you're telling me today is different, it's changed? I really want that to be the case. I would love to actually manifest a generation that don't have to deal with this shit. But the fact that every generation has to deal with this says something wrong with us. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Guys, my name is Todd Mendiola. Hi. And I'm one of what you call the normal gays. Okay, I've been out of the closet since I was 20 years old. And I've never lived by my sexual identity or what my sexual preference is. If somebody asks me if I'm gay, I tell them. Do I make out with guys in public? No. Do I go around announcing to everybody that I'm gay and that, you need to accept me? No, because I had already accepted myself as gay, and I knew that the people that surrounded themselves around me knew I was gay, and everybody accepted me.
That's what it should boil down to. It's weird when you're expecting other people to automatically accept you and be okay with you. No. The more obviously, I'd love for the projections to go away, the stereotypes to go away. I would love that. But at the end of the day, when you focus on yourself and you focus on your growth, your individuality, your own life, and your crew around you, they're going to love and accept you for who you are, and then you go about your day.
But then when you go about your day, and if you're a trans woman who quote unquote is clocky and not passable and decides that amongst her going about her day, she has to take a piss or has to drop a deuce and goes into the bathroom to do such, and now her going about her day is now a problem because her day has now conflicted with somebody else's fucking day, because now she is being labeled as a man in the wig trying to assault someone or be a pervert in the bathroom when they can't prove that being the case. And like I said earlier, I can love myself all day. I can affirm myself all day. I can look in the mirror and speak all type of affirmations and words and shit over myself. I can listen to as much high vibrational ass music as possible. It does not make me just like I'm not exempt from death, just like any of us can unalive at any fucking time. At any time. It's the same thing with me being queer bashed. I can be queer bashed. Now, no shade, because I have the ability to blend, because I also am a cisgendered man that does dress in the way that society has conditioned us to dress as men, I dress more in a masculine type of way. So I have the ability to blend. I have the ability to go to a barbershop. What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? How you doing? We've seen videos of gay people all the time. They be in the barbershop. What's going on, bro? All right, Brody, I'll be talking to you. All right, peace. girl. We've had that. I have that ability. Not everybody is going to have that ability to blend or pass. Just like how there were light-skinned black people who passed as white people because it was easier. I literally, possibly, could have an easier life as a gay man by literally just deleting all of my social media content and all that stuff, and basically just live my everyday regular schmegular fucking life. Because no shade, even me as a gay man, I would be considered quote unquote a regular dude. But I also have friends that are queer, that are going to automatically be lumped into the queer community. I have conversations with people in the queer community. And again, the queer community within itself is not a fucking monolith, because if that was the case, when you went to that Pride event, the first ever, most crazy, Amir's first crazy, radical, transformative ass, just, oh my God, I need to go and get baptized, bitch. After going inside this Pride event, you went there and it seemed like you were talking to nothing but regular schmegular people who just happened to be LGBTQIA. You asked them about transness, you asked them about gender affirming care, and they gave you human answers. They didn't give you any ridiculous ass fucking answers, crazy ass answers. The way that you edit everything up, you had to do this clickbait ass ish to be able to get the views in. But when we watch it, girl, you have to go talk to somebody outside of the Pride community who look like he watch Fox News, who buy his goddamn pants from Target and shit like that, and his wife buys shit from Shein and shit, girl, outside the Pride event, to actually get some sort of support for your perspective, when you were supposed to be getting that support from the people in the queer community. And all of the assumptions that you had about queer people, just like heterosexual people had about queer people, again, you brought in a bodyguard. You paid a bodyguard to basically be there for free and get looked at. Shout out to the bodyguard who got paid that money. Because he said, bitch, unlike Craig, I'm not going to get fired on my day off. I'm going to get paid. But you had a whole bodyguard follow you inside there, and nothing happened to you. But yet you're the regular gay. And the reason why, that's why it's like so cringy, because it's like the content that you put up literally contradicts your talking points and your perspective and the perspective of those who support you. Because if it was all this lewd, lascivious shit, then why wouldn't the piss damn pools, why wasn't they out there on full display? Why wasn't the kids taking the motherfucking cock rings and throwing it on the damn dildos like they playing horseshoes? Why? Where was all this lewd and lascivious stuff at? It wasn't there. Because y'all the ones that strengthen the stereotypes. And let's play that game. Let's say the queer community is playing the stereotypes. And I forgot who said this, but they said, you can't sit up here and say, and this is a trans woman speaking, when they were in their previous life and they were cisgendered, they identified with it. They were just feminine and very flamboyant in their way, or whatever the trans experience is as far as that way. It's not my experience, so I don't know. But they had that going on. And just like you, Amir, they're being told that, oh, you're a girl, he a girl, oh, that's a girl. You nothing but a big old girl. You just a girl, you just a girl. But then when they finally, quote unquote, become the girl, now you're trying to remind them that they're not one.
When you're out here being this demanding, this loud, this aggressive, people are not going to respect that at that if you're acting crazy. If you are flaunting around in the streets and you're in Speedos and you're making out and like you're doing all the very deranged stuff, no one wants to see that, straight or gay. For me, I don't like PDA. It makes me uncomfortable. Straight, gay doesn't matter. So we're in public. That's just me, but again, not all gays are like this, and I'm glad that we got an OG normal gay out here that's explaining this.
All these other letters after the LGB are identity crisis. They're people that I don't understand what it's about. It has nothing to do with me liking guys. Trans is a completely other topic, and all these other, they, this, thems. It's all different. I'm just one of the normal gays that lives my life privately. If you ask me if I'm gay, I'll tell you. I've been in the fitness industry for 35 years, successfully went from Seattle to Hollywood, Hollywood trainer, to New York, worked for Soul Cycle Berry's boot camp for 14 years as a full-time instructor in New York City, fundraised, but I never lived my life by my sexual identity.
No, and no one should. Your life should.
But no shade, I'm just going to make an assumption here. You was in the fitness industry, and if you're going to play that game and talk about actuality, girl, it'd be a lot of cruising happening in these gyms. So you was gay, but like you said, you was gay privately, girl. I got to believe that, girl, especially the way you work on a bike. You telling me it wasn't no hot-ass man, girl, that was trying to get at you, and you telling me that, girl, that you didn't motherfucking suck them motherfucking the shit up till they hiccup, girl, with them goddamn chiclet teeth? I just had to say that. Again, that's just an assumption, ignorantly speaking here. And again, I'm grateful for this individual to be able to have the life that he has. But there are people who are just organically and naturally going to be feminine in their experience and in their expression. And they deserve to have that fucking right. And no shade. I think what needs to start happening, because I'm being told that this shit ain't gonna change. So if that's the case, yes, you have to then start getting responsive with these individuals. You're gonna have to start giving these hoes a little bit of the motherfucking smoke. But the gag is, oh, well, when you start being aggressive and you start being boisterous and you start being abrasive, then that's when you push people away. Well, these hoes started it. So what the fuck are you supposed, or am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let them do it? Am I supposed to just let them blatantly disrespect? Especially when they speak of ignorant shit, because I know this to be true, because again, and Boss Man can attest, I've been on a platform, girl, where these niggas had all type of perspectives about me. Thought that I wanted to be a damn girl. Allegedly, I have pounds and pounds and pounds of man juice in my stomach because I'm a soggy bottom bitch boy by some people, even though I am a top that does the bending, and I put that on my height so you know that it's real. See, they don't know things about me. Hell, even one of them thought that I was cosplaying and pretending and trolling to be gay when I know what I am. Again, people don't have to get to know you if they can just throw the label of gay and the negative stereotype. These people ain't saying, you know what, I know you. And the reason why I'm giving Boss Man respect, and I'm going to give heterosexual men who always do this, and I'm going to have to put a little bit of respect on an individual's name by the name of Lost in Translation. If it wasn't for Lost in Translation, having a conversation with Boss Man and telling Boss Man, I know what I think about Bubz because of my experience. I know what the other brothers think about Bubz because of their experience. I don't want you to allow our experiences to stop you from seeing for yourself. And again, the objectivist was able to do the objective thing and say, hey, let me go see for myself. Let me be inquisitive. Let me inquire. Let me ask questions. Let me get some clarity. And here we are now to where no shade, that is one of my bros. Do you see how what the Fupalators meant for evil, it actually worked out for my good? Because I'm actually operating authentically and organically. And real recognizes real. And Amir, you're not being real right now. If anything, you being real scared. If anything, you being real paranoid. Because if your ass is the regular gays, y'all shouldn't have a problem because the regular gays know what's going on. But y'all unconsciously don't understand that when y'all speak and share y'all perspectives in this way, y'all literally, again, unconsciously, are contributing to the fear aspect because of what people are going to think about y'all. Same thing with the black community. Because of how I look, people are going to assume things about me. And you know what happens when you assume, right? But, I mean, we have supercomputers right here in our hands where we can look up and find out whatever the hell we want. But I guess people would rather just be stupid, because being stupid and dumb and dense and ignorant as fuck, and no shade, not even queerphobic, not even transphobic, not even homophobic, because Boss Man had to educate me on that. Transphobic, queerphobic, homophobic, whatever that is, that is for people who are ignorant and they don't know, and they simply operating in what it is that they don't know. These individuals are known as bigots. Completely different. And again, a heterosexual man helped me understand that. See what happens when you objectively are looking at people's blind spots that actually they're blind in, as opposed to creating blind spots?
Can be dictated by your identities. It shouldn't be the whole lifestyle, your life, your personality, your friend groups shouldn't be based off of just you're gay, just you're black, just you're white, just you're this, you're that. No, you are an individual person. You are different. You are special. You are more than these little characteristics that are about you. You're more than that. You have more substance than that. And your life shouldn't be limited to just whether you're gay or you're black, whatever it may be. That's not what it should be. Be proud of who you are. Accept who you are. If someone asks you, yeah, I'm gay, what's up? What's good? What about it? But you don't have to make it your entire identity. Your life doesn't have to revolve around it. That's what we're referring to when it comes to this whole normal gay conversation. Like, we're seeing more people who are gay just live a regular schmegular life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. There's a rise of gay people not identifying with the LGBTQ community, and that's okay. You can just be you. You don't have to be a part of this caricature that is the LGBTQ community. You don't have to. And for so many gays out there, they fall into that trap that they have to, that they should. The community's all I got. They have my back. Everyone else hates me. This, that. Oh my gosh, it's so hard being gay in America. No, you can just live your life. You can find your friends that are going to love you and accept you for who you are. It's okay. Do I have gay friends? Of course. Do I have straight friends? Yes. Like, I just have good friends around me, and that's all you need.
And I already knew.
And again, that is your anecdotal experience, and I am grateful that you, as a same gender loving man, has that. But there's a lot of same gender loving men, especially those of color, who do not have that. Now, I'm lucky to have that. I'm lucky to have both a mother and father who love their child. I'm lucky to have friends, even though they're very small, because again, I have a small inner circle, baby. Only thing smaller than the inner circle is my booty hole, bitch, because I'm a top. But anyway, I have a small friend group. I have those things. There are other people who do not have that. There are other people right now that will never have that because of how society has indoctrinated people around them. How the atmosphere and the environment is around them is counterproductive to them walking in their truth. Walking in their truth. For some people, they're just going to naturally be feminine. They can't change that. You got ex-gay people right now mad at the Christians because the Christians want them to stop being feminine when they said, hold on, we just going to stop having the sex. But as far as the feminine and all the stuff, the mannerisms, that's a part of who I am. No, they want that shit changed too. See, this shit is so deep, and I know that Amir can't really speak to it because if he were, he would lose subscribers, he would lose money, he would lose partnership, and you went from being a part of quote-unquote Black Lives Matter in the LGBT community, saying that this was a horrible time for you, that you were indoctrinated and under a spell and low-key adding harm to your life, and then somehow white Jesus with blonde hair and blue eyes came and just transformed your life inside of a fucking coffee shop. And now here you are speaking this side of change and of deliverance and of being different and having the information, but yet you're not providing any of that information objectively. If somebody feminine, who fucking cares? They just a feminine man. Who cares? But society cares. But niggas care. Hello? We talking about black niggas. What are you talking about? There are plenty of niggas right now. If you watch Beauty in Black, you gay. And there are more of them than there are niggas who are understanding.
People were proud of me, so I didn't need to go march on top of these floats either and prove to everybody that I was just as good as them because I already knew I was.
Period.
So, and I like to...
But they didn't allow your ass to marry. They didn't allow your ass to give blood. They didn't allow your ass to adopt. They didn't allow you to do all this fucking shit. Just like with racism. We act like racism was hundreds of years ago. It hasn't even been 100 years yet since Jim Crow. So this stuff is very fucking recent. How are we forgetting where we came from? I feel like we've forgotten where the fuck we came from and how far we've come.
You know, I'm not a Speedo, I'm a board short guy.
Same.
And anyway, I just wanted to let you know that there are some of us out there, and I know some of you watching that are gay know exactly what I'm talking about.
Preach. I know there are people out there that know exactly what I'm talking about. They're relating to what I'm saying. What this guy is saying, you're not alone. You're not crazy for thinking the way that you do. You don't have to be lumped into this huge community. You can just chill and be you. I know some of the most manliest gays out there. Ranchers, plumbers, electricians. Like, you wouldn't even think that they're gay unless they told you. That exists out there. You can be that and it's fine. And again,
but then what happens when they do find out they're gay? Because not everybody who find out they're gay is like, okay, it's cool. Okay, it's good. Okay, I have no problem. Oh, you gay? Cool. I mean, we could. No. Not at large. Not at large. Not at large. Not at large. And not publicly. That's what I'm saying. Like, Amir, I need to in the week, in the day, in the night of Amir Odom. Like, I want to see Amir around the boys, the homeboys. Like, where's the podcast with the straight homeboys? What's going on, man? How you feel about the gay shit? What are you thinking, man? The gay friends that you had that are against this shit, like, where are the panel discussions? Where are the sit-down videos? Where are the edited long content form videos like the Ellen Fisher podcast that you was on? Where's all that at? You got the resources, you got the connections, you got the stuff. Where is that at? I need more of that. I need more of that. See, you have the opportunities to literally be the solution to what it is that you're critiquing. You actually have it. I'm using what I got to be able to make change. I'm not nowhere near where you are as far as the things that you possibly have connections to. But you have the connections to make the shit work, so why are we not working it out?
And the only reason I say that you can be that and it's fine is because when I came out the closet, I thought, and I read the comments, there's a couple of y'all too who felt that because you were gay, you had to be gay. You don't.
And who made it that way? Who set it up? Imagine being demonized for simply being yourself for a big part of your life, and you finally have the opportunity to actually walk in your truth. You're gonna go out hard. You're gonna come out the motherfucking swinging because now you have a chance to do it. Imagine if you had the chance to explore as a young person to where you would have to bust out the motherfucking door. Imagine if you were able to, again, move through life like your heterosexual peers did. There would be no need to come the fuck out the closet raging, in your opinion, because you had the opportunity to explore. You had the safe spaces to explore these things before it got to such a explosive moment. And no shade, when I came out, yes, I explored with certain things. I went to Pride for a year. I kind of was somewhat of a club kid, would go to GG's every Monday and Friday. I cut my hair in a mohawk. I started wearing contact lenses. I tried different things to explore. I started wearing tighter clothes at that time because before I was wearing baggy ass shit all the time. I explored it. It's exploration. The same exploration that I was not able to have as a child. Because I'm an adult now. Because y'all be saying, hey, look, if you a child, stay in the child's place. When you become 18, do what you want. And then when motherfuckers get grown, they do what they want. Imagine how it could have been if they had the opportunity to explore and have permission and safety and concern from their parents to figure out what's really going on at a young age. But when people who have survived those experiences and decided that instead of letting it destroy them, they rather transform that and create content, whether it be books, whether it be study guides, whether it be public speaking, to be able to help parents who may have queer children, for the parents who may have it, or hell, even for the parents who realize that their children are going to grow up in a world where there are going to be queer people and they're going to have to work with queer people. They're going to have to commingle with queer people. Queer people are going to be a part of their work life, a part of their personal life, whether they know it or not. All it, because like you said, there are gay niggas that you wouldn't even know. They're going to be in some sort of proximity to queerness in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And every single one of us have queer people in our fucking families. Every single one of us has queer people in our fucking families. So we know what that is, and we still stuck on this. Y'all gotta do more. Y'all gotta do better than this, because this shit is piss po ass, long street ass motherfucking explanations. It's not cutting it.
You can just be you. It's okay.
I'm going to try to address this concept with as much nuance and grace that I think that it deserves. I'm going to give a few different examples of what I mean, but I hate when people push their lifestyle or their opinions on other people. Your journey is not everyone's journey, right?
Correct.
It's part of the reason why I don't really care about Pride Month, and I don't take offense if people don't support Pride Month, because it's a little pushy. It's a little noxious to an extent, in my opinion.
It is. It's very obnoxious. It's very in your face. It's very aggressive. Accept me, love me, embrace me. Yo, do that for yourself. And if your friend groups around you support you, your family and friends, and you're chilling. We all got the same rights and protections in the United States. The hell you doing all this for? It's not necessary.
Don't take people's lack of support for Pride Month as a lack of support for me, or me being a normal gay in a monogamous relationship being able to get married. That is what is going to win people over if that is the goal. It's just you living your normal life, being normal.
Yes, you just existing and highlight.
So when we talk about normal, who normal are we talking about? Are we talking about the individual person and what they determine to be normal for them because they're the ones that are consciously making that choice every fucking day to live that experience? Or is it based off of normal in reference to what society believes is normal? Because dominant society can't even hold themselves up to the same standards that they want gays to hold themselves to. Or that they want gays to hold themselves to. They can't even do it. So again, and let me know in the comments, for those of you who are watching, don't just watch, engage with the content, engage with the platform. That's the point. I could be playing The Sims right now or doing something else. But I want to know, who do you think, when they say normal, whose perspective of normal do you believe that they're talking about?
And showing that, hey, there are gay people like this that exist. I've come across people on this channel, and I get the DMs on Instagram and the comments where there's been some people admit it. Yo, I thought I was homophobic. I thought I hated gays, but I don't hate gay people. You've shown me that it's you can be gay and be normal, but the problem I have is with this community, this lifestyle, that identity. That's the problem people have. But then people come out now I have gay friends. I used to be homophobic, but now I have a lot of gay friends because I've realized I just didn't like that. And that not liking that doesn't make you homophobic, especially when you have gay friends and you support them and you love them and you embrace their relationships and their marriages and their kids and all that. What that's shown me personally is that there is a separation between gay and LGBTQ. There is a separation between a normal gay and this idea or this, again, caricature of what a gay man's supposed to be. The more this is highlighted, that hey, we're just Bert and Ernie. Again, we're just two dudes chilling, dog, working hard, pouring into the country with a dual income, no kids. And then eventually you get kids. We're just minding our business. We're chilling. The more you do that, the more you highlight that we're just out here existing, the more respect we'll gain, we were gaining throughout the 2010s, that, hey, actually gay people are chill. They good. They chilling. Great parents, pouring into their kids, pouring into their family.
Oh, so now we get to see gay people have kids and stuff and actually see the reality, not the reality interpreted through a book or some old cat daddy liquor store ass nigga who feel like he knows how gayness came about. And the only way for them to get to that point is they had to allow queer people to be. They had to get over there. They had to be willing to face their fear and their ignorances. For that person to say to you, oh my God, you changed my perspective, they had to allow themselves the opportunity to see you in a different type of fucking way. I would love, again, for that to be the reaction or response for all queer people. But that's not going to be the case for a lot of queer people naturally. Because at the end of the day, you are still gay. And again, this is no shade. You have a family member in your own life who you're still struggling with as far as their relationship today, all because you're gay. Even though you're not the young, twinkish, never-ending midnight sun dancing, spinning ass boy that you were when you were in high school, you are now a gay black male adult who is still same gender loving, and that's going to always be the problem. And I want it to be different, but I'm being told and being reassured by society that that's going to always be a problem. And the reason why the children is such a big ass thing is because the children is an easy shield or a tactic used to be able to stop queer people from just existing and being. And no shade, I can understand why you don't like PDA. I'm not finna sit up here and tongue my nigga down in private. I mean, in public. But if I'm out somewhere with my dude and we feeling the vibe, and just like everybody else, they feel the romantic vibe and they want to hold hands and they want to be booed up, I should be able to do the same thing. But once I do, I'll give you an example of a story. One time I was going on a date with this dude. It was a double date. It was me and him, his sister, and her girlfriend, because his sister is lesbian. We went to downtown Detroit, walked around. Now, the dude that I talked to at the time, he very attractive, body on point. Had the only thing is he had these motherfucking dead silence ass motherfucking eyebrows that were very sharp and dramatic. But he was definitely one of my types and everything. You can tell he was gay, feminine, all that type of shit. We were walking down the Riverwalk, which is this long stretch of a walkway near the river. Of course, hence Riverwalk. His sister and her girl, they macking, they caking, they hold hands and type of shit like that. People ain't worried about that. People are just like, oh, it's not a problem. They have the liberty to do that. They have the ability to do that. Because again, when it comes down to lesbian, it's more acceptable because a man can always, quote unquote, insert himself or have the fantasy of inserting himself in between those two women. That nigga asked me, you want to hold my hand? And a part of me wanted to say no, because I knew what it was going to come with. But again, I'm walking in my truth. I do feel I am a romantic ass nigga. So I decided, hey, let me hold your hand. And as we're walking, you can literally see the stares of people. You can literally hear the whispers of people. And the nigga that I was holding hands with was more bold than me, because he said, these niggas are talking shit, but ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You run up and get done up, and ain't nobody run the fuck up. They was talking shit. But then we walked past this group of black male police officers. And I'm saying, okay, well, police up here, so some shit pop off. Things gonna be cool. We walked past, and one of the police officers calls us faggots. And you're telling me to be okay? I didn't bust this man down. We didn't start doing fucking 8 counts and the horizontal mambo out there in the river walk, girl. We literally was just holding hands. 2 men holding hands was enough to manifest those experiences. So I can understand why people don't want PDA, because PDA makes you a fucking target. PDA lets motherfuckers know what the T is, and then in their mind, they go to the sexual aspect. In their mind, they go to the penetrative aspect. In their mind, they go to the other part, or the sex part of same gender loving experiences. They do. We don't bring them in. They go there. Girl.
Doing what they need to do. Are there bad apples? Yes. Are there straight bad apples? Yes. If we just focus on being a good human, focus on good families, good communities, we'll be chilling.
I always find it interesting when queer women that are not lesbians are like, I'm not gay enough.
This is what I'm talking about. I have no relation to this. I don't understand this. It like, based off of what we know language to be and definitions to be, this doesn't make sense to me. A queer woman that's not a lesbian, so you're a straight woman. Live your life, do what you want to do, but we are not one and the same. I do not relate with this. I do not relate with the jump scare.
You don't have to relate to it. I don't relate to lesbians either. I don't do lesbian things. But I still love lesbian women. I still respect lesbian women. I still treat lesbian women with respect. However lesbian women want to identify and show up as, I respect them as such. Because again, it ain't got shit to do with me, right? So what's the fucking problem?
Lilitinos of the world. I don't relate with the they thems. I don't relate with any of that. I don't.
You don't have to. You don't
Are
have
there
to.
some correlations between, you know, the LGBTQ community? Sure. There are some similarities, some of the same, you know, hobbies, whatever it may be. But because it's been lumped in together so much, and early on, we did have the same common enemy, had to fight through the same different things. I feel like that's since changed, and it has gotten to the point where there are certain sects of the TQ plus community that's completely gone off the rails and makes, like, if I'm a gay man looking at this like this is crazy, what the hell you think straight people are doing? If I'm a gay man calling out all these different things, whether it be the trans kids, the drag queens dancing in front of children, the pride parades in elementary schools. If I'm a gay man calling that out and saying this is wrong, what do you think straight people are doing and how are they feeling? We need to call out what's wrong is wrong and go about our day. And it's important to highlight the normal gays. Shout out to y'all out there for existing and letting it be known you're not a part of this hot mess that is the LGBTQ community, and you're proud of who you are. Your friends love and accept you, and that's all that matters. So if you are watching this video right now and you are a normal gay out there, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for just existing, living as you are, and going about your day. Not really shaming if you are more feminine, if you are more elaborate. If anything, I'm just glad if you're watching this channel right now, hopefully you're the type of person that's just minding their business and doing you, and you're not pushing that on someone else or being rude or demanding that someone respect you. No, I'm glad you're not that kind of person. I'm glad you are embracing who you are. Your friends know you for who you are, and you're going about your day minding your business. Kudos to you. And if you're someone out there that's in the closet right now, down low, whatever it may be, you can just be you. You don't have to be a part of this LGBTQ community. You can embrace just being a regular schmegular dude, a normal gay out there, and go about your life. Because now I see that there is a trend of, yes, it's more accepting being gay, but I feel like more on the left side of politics, you have more gays that are open in who they are, and yeah, I'm gay, this, that, whatever. But you have more the middle and the right, conservative gays, normal gays, who don't even want to come out and say they're gay because they don't want to be automatically attached to the LGBTQ community. Like, I encourage, like, especially those that are in the closet and they want to come out to their family, the number one thing I recommend is saying, hey, I'm gay, but you don't have to be scared about me changing. I'm gay, but I'm the same person you've always met, known, and loved. Nothing about me is changing, and the only thing that's changed is that you know something about me. That's it. But I'm not gonna tell you I'm gay and then switch up automatically, flaunting around, dipping and diving. Like, again, I said before, I'll be dipping and diving to concerts, minding my business. And then just because now you know that I'm gay, it doesn't mean I'm gonna switch up on you, twirling around, dancing, becoming drag. Like, oh my gosh, I stop. I just love you. Like, no, you just know who I have sex with. That's about it. And then also major shout out to just regular straight people out there that are accepting of gay people for as they are, for who they are, and go about their day. Shout out to y'all. That's a real ally to me, when you can acknowledge, like, hey, that's gay, being gay is really not for me, but then also being straight's not for me. You don't like what I do in bed, I don't like what you do in bed. We cool, we even. Shout out to the straight allies out there that accept gay people, gay families, as long as they're good people. They're pouring into their family, education, love, leadership. Like, if they're doing that, kudos to you out there. And I see you, and I appreciate you, and I'm thankful for you.
De moda, no creen amor, les damos el foda. El DJ la pone y se la sabe toda. Se trepa en la mesa y que se joda. En el perreo no se quita. Fuma y se pone bellaquita. Te llama si te necesita. Pero por ahora está solita. Ella...
Girl, I'm gonna need for Amir to show me again. Because again, the thing that Amir talks about, I would love for that to be a place where, again, this LGBT shit don't even fucking matter as far as all this energy and fucking attention. The reason why all this is happening is because people are not being accepted as far as basic human decency. Again, if you are a person who is saying, hey, I may have a certain perspective about queer people, but I'm still going to show up at your wedding. I'm still going to show up for you at family reunions. I'm still going to stand in the corner for you because I love you as the person. But you got to show me where that's happening at large, Amir, because I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm gonna need for you to show me how that's happening at large, because we're not seeing it. My camera real glitchy now, I don't know why. But we're not seeing it. Yes, maybe you do live in a different world. But I need you to make that world make sense also in the objective world. And who knows? Maybe the time will come where or opportunity will come where maybe me and Amir may be able to connect with each other and have conversations, because, again, that inner Amir, the young activist Amir, the young never-ending midnight sun Amir on the inside, the one that gets to come out every once in a while, I guess in private, that is the Amir that I want to talk to. And that Amir kind of comes out at times because he's able to see the gray area. And again, like he stated, he is center right leaning. Okay, then, so how about you connect with other people who are willing to meet in the middle? I, BubzDaGawd, am willing to meet in the middle. Is the queer community perfect? No. Are we beyond reproach? No. Do we have issues that we need to deal with in the community? Absolutely. Absolutely. We do. But if you're going to be a person who is gay and you want to have conversations about the queer community, I'm going to need for you to become more educated, Amir. But again, if you were to really become educated for real, and really stood 10 toes down in that, you would have to sacrifice your channel. You would have to sacrifice your views. You would have to sacrifice that quote-unquote comfortable ass life that you created for yourself off of the backs of throwing queer people under the bus. And no shade, like I stated, we're seeing black conservatives fall from grace. And again, I would love for you to show us how you're able to keep your grace, especially with the Republican Party. So I'm expecting to see a day in the life of Amir, so we can see what regular gays do. That again, you got to show us better. You can tell us. So that I'm also expecting that you and your other LGBT supporters and friends and fellow content creators who also have reach and have notoriety and connections and resources, I'm pretty sure hopefully in June or July, because it's still hot, we're going to get a family-friendly, conservative, Republican-approved Pride event. I need to see that. I need to see you at Republican events, talking to Republican people, asking Republican people what their problem and issue is with gays. Not just hear it from you, but I want to hear from the mouths of people who support you. I want to hear from the mouths of people who support your platform. I want to hear what they have to say, not what you're saying. Because I need to make sure that the people that are watching your shit understand what you're saying, digesting what you're saying. So you need to do that. Because again, if you're going to speak objectively about these things, I need you to prove it and show it to us. And don't worry, as I continue to grow in my YouTube career or lineage, if you will, or perspective, I'm going to show you that. Because I'm a person that really believes in community. I'm a person that is also building community. I'm a person that's also learning from community so that I can show up better in community. And again, this is not to hate on Amir. I don't know Amir to hate him. Hate is a very strong word. Like I said, you're going to have to unalive my damn family and leave me half near dead, girl, in order for my ass to have some sort of hatred or whatever to you. But you are speaking mis and disinformation. You're not really having conversations with other people who think differently than you, that have the same common goal as far as the gray area, and you're not consistent with that. Well, I kind of offer that opportunity. And just like that red pill space, they know how consistent BubzDaGawd can be. So I want to come through really quick with that video for you guys, or live, shall I say, for you all. And I want to test out this new equipment that I have. I think I'll be rolling with this as far as my webcam, because my computer acts a lot better. There isn't a lot of stuttering like when I was using my phone as a webcam. It kind of, you know, messed up a lot. But this one, I think it's really good. I like the quality. I'm looking at myself on this TV, and it looks good. I like it. I really do like it. So we upgrading. I told y'all we upgrading, baby. I'm slowly but surely moving forward. But please make sure you hit that like button because it helps the channel to grow on the algorithms. We are almost at 1,200 subscribers, and that is all possible because of every single one of y'all. So thank you so much. If you want to contribute to that subscription growth, you can definitely hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well, girl. It is so that you can stay up to date with all of my content, whether it's live or edited. No shade. I'm still working on Blame It on the Dress, girl, but I don't know. I might drop it in June. Girl, just in case. Just as it's Pride Month, I might drop it in that. I don't know. We gonna see, girl. Okay, because I low-key want to drop a damn edited a video essay on EA and The Sims 4 because they pissing me the fuck off. No shit, I want to do that. If there's anything that I've said in this live or in any of my content on my platforms, you definitely have full free permission to use my content. Whether you agree, disagree, you want to read me the fuck down, you want to call me all type of names, this is America. We have freedom of speech. I'm putting myself on a public platform, and allegedly, everything that we put out, we don't own technically, allegedly. So if that's the case, baby, you have a right to be able to do it and transform it in nature. The only thing that I ask is that you please tag me as BubzDaGawd so that I know that it's real. And if you feel compelled, you can definitely hit that Cash App. We get new quality on the camera. Let's get some new Cash Apps, girl. You can hit that Cash App at the bottom of the screen. $Conscious TV. That's CONSCIOUZ TV, as you see down below. And leave in the message that it's for Bubz, because if not, that witch bitch will use my shit for witch shit, okay? So anyway, thank you to Queen Stevie in the building, and make sure y'all hype this live up. I appreciate Queen Stevie. Make sure y'all subscribe to her. She got her setup and lineup of interviews. I think for next week, we got to be in talks because I definitely want to come back on the Dollhouse, especially now that you on YouTube. I can show up in my own stuff, you know what I'm saying? My own little setup or whatever. So make sure that y'all go over there and check her out, subscribe to her. Make sure y'all subscribe to Faith is the Substance as well. I met her through Queen Stevie. Also does interviews, very loving, affirming woman, funny as well. She kind of stutter a little bit too, so I kind of feel safe with her because we both can be a little bit of stuttering individuals. So make sure that y'all go ahead and check them out as well. Check out the Objectivist podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to him as well. Check out some of his older lives as well as if you're queer, watch the LGBTQ plus conundrum. No shade. If there's going to be a heterosexual person that I'm going to take into account their perspective, it's going to be him because he has objectively proven that. Okay. Shout out to Harold in the building. We appreciate you as always, pimping. Shout out to Aries in the building. Glad to have you here. You probably listening to me in the background while you playing Marvel Rivals. Shout out to Parker Boy 007 in the building. Good to see you here. And shout out to L Teddy. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Anyway, thank y'all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, y'all. And until next time, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all morning. I'm out. Peace. Well, before then, let's see Amir shake that ass one more time, girl. Shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Now shake that ass.
No creen, no molestamos el foda. El DJ la pone y se la sabe toda. Se trepa en la mesa y que se joda. En el perreo no se quita. Fuma y se pone bellaquita. Se llama si te necesita. Pero por ahora está solita.
Can be anything I choose in this round. We are a sound vibration too deep to tell.